Welcome everyone to Matrixlord212's live stream. I am your host, Matrixlord212. Hello, Scott.
Greetings all.
All right, so I have to address it. I don't know why. I explained myself already. In case you didn't know, WandaVision airs at 3 a.m., right? So I was working, doing an overnight, and when I got out of work, I'm watching it on the way home on the train. I'm watching it while I'm walking. I'm watching it in the house, right? So very tired. Wait, what just happened now? Did just start a recording now? Okay, we're gonna do intro again. Anyway, welcome everyone to Matrixlord212's live stream. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello all.
All right, this is deja vu. Okay, so we're having technical difficulties. So the other day, WandaVision airs at 3 a.m. So I was doing overnight at the time, couldn't watch it until I got out of work. Started watching it on the way home, on the train, walking, got in my house. I was tired.
Yeah.
So I should just watch stuff when I'm rested. But I was like, I liked it a lot. Right, I liked it a lot, but certain things bothered me. So when I went to bed, woke up, was always going to watch it again, watched it, thought it was excellent. It was the way things were supposed to be. So I made a video first time I watched it. Then I made a video rewatch, right? Made a few videos on it. Today we watched it again because Sharon never got to watch, so I watched it 3 times. So I explained myself in the video that now that I'm fully rested, I watched it and I liked it way better, right?
Yeah.
So I explained to myself I was tired, whatever. So I explained everything. I laid it out, right? The thing I don't understand is, right, if you and I, right, are talking on Messenger, right, it's a private thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You and I would talk about stuff, right? So I have David Blythe on my Messenger too, but there was no conversation with it. There was immediately going to the YouTube channel commenting, and he didn't like it at all, I guess, and he had a problem with me watching it a second time, in my opinion, and he made some accusations publicly on my YouTube channel, which is why we have to address this, because he made it a public podium forum.
You're walking home, so you're somewhat distracted so you don't have your full mind on the episode. So you're catching bits and pieces.
Right, I'm tired. I'm home.
You get home, get well rested. You and Sharon.
I'm exhausted. Like she's going to work.
Finally, you watch probably all.
I watch it before I go to bed because I'm supposed to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So I'm tired.
Yeah. So you're somewhat distracted because you're heading home. You rewatch it when you and Sharon are well rested. Now, I mean, come on. I even understand that. And your viewpoint on something a second time around when you're well rested is going to be far better than if you saw it the first time around when you're going, okay, I got to walk home and oh, there's traffic. Oh, there's somebody there. And it's like you miss key points to an episode where the second time or third time you go, oh, that's cool. Oh, okay, I didn't see that.
And the reason why I wanted to see it right away is because I don't want nobody to spoil it. Like David Blythe has a habit of just going right on Facebook, boom, revealing the whole damn thing, not even giving time for people to see it. So I don't want to be spoiled by anybody. So I want them to see it right away, right? Because I don't want nobody to spoil it for me. So that being said, instead of talking to me about it, he made a public forum out of it. He made a big thing out of it. Now, I do feel it's a big thing because you're questioning like me, and you're basically saying I'm lying or I'm catering to an audience because that's the popular opinion. No. So here's the thing, like, then we had a conversation in Messenger, and then he still went on and on and on. You cannot like it, that's fine. I'm allowed to love it. Now, here's the thing, and I have to, if it wasn't made in public, we wouldn't be talking about this on the air. But it was made public, and there are some people, like we have new people coming to my channel that don't really know me. I don't need accusations to be thrown out. So I have to address these accusations because, again, you're questioning my character. That's a thing that, you know, we just can't have. So I'm going to go over what he said because, again, all right, so let's see. Where is it? Let's see where it is. All right, well, in a nutshell, I don't really feel like going details. All right, so here's the thing. He said that I am changing my opinion. I'm lying to cater to MCU fans. Now, here's the thing, okay? And he said I'm doing this for probably views, for subscribers. He's talking. That's not me, first of all. And I said to him, I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about, but here's the thing. Half the times I don't even do thumbnails, right, Scott?
Yeah.
I'm not going all out making thumbnails to get subscribers and views. My opinion is my opinion, right? I'm the biggest. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, and when the comic books had a new costume, I said it sucks ass. It's the worst thing ever. Remember I was telling you this? Mm-hmm. I said I might dump comics. This is bullshit, right? Did I give a shit about Marvel fanboys or fucking MCU people? Mm-hmm. No. When I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp, I said, this shit is average. It's filler. It's not that great, really. It's all right. It's, you know, did I give a shit about MCU fans? No. When I first saw Doctor Who, The Choice of Jodie Whittaker, I was pissed off, cursed, and threw canine across the room. Did I give a shit about the overall consensus? No. Now, I do have an open mind, and it did take 450 casts for me to change my opinion of Jodie Whittaker. And then I'm like, she's the Doctor. I like her. I don't like Chibnall, right? Did I give a shit? No. Do I do anything on this channel that, like, here's the thing. Zero. I know that the donut lesson, the pizza lesson, the water lesson doesn't bring in the views. I am well aware. Do I give a shit that it brings in the views? Absolutely 0%. Not. If I was so fucking concerned with my YouTube channel and it being about views and subs and me trying to get some subs, I would look at my analytics and I'm like, this isn't working. This isn't working. I need to do all videos that this works and that works, right? No, it isn't about that. It's about me having a good time on my YouTube channel with my friends or stuff I like to do or stuff I like to talk about. When I do comic book reviews and I'll get 5 views, does that help my channel? No. But do I like talking about comic books? Yes. Yeah. Do I continue to do what I want to do with comic book reviews even though it doesn't generate the views and people don't care? I do what I want. So where in evidence anywhere have I ever gave a fucking shit about anybody else's opinion where I altered my opinion for other fucking people? 0 motherfucking times, David Blythe. 0 fucking time. Okay? When me and Billy, I love Billy to death, we have this big thing where he says Jason's a zombie, and I'm like, no fucking way, right? Don't give a fuck. I love him, he loves me, but there's no way you're going against my motherfucking Jason. No, he's not a fucking zombie. Eat it, right? Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., I think it fucking sucks. The only good thing out of that is Coulson and fucking Chloe Bennett. Yeah. Otherwise, fucking toss it, right? And it sucks that it's not canon because guess what? Agatha Harkness had the Darkhold all along, so S.H.I.E.L.D. never got the fucking thing because it's not canon. She's had it for hundreds of fucking years, so that means that S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't fucking exist as canon because it contradicts the whole fucking thing, right? We fight all the time because like he's like it's canon, I'm like it's not canon, right? I love Billy. I don't give a shit. Like, that's my thing, right? So, you know, Matrixlord212, me, right? I'm going to say what I have to say without being hindered or contained. I'm not, there's no fucking, you're not holding me back. You're not chaining back my opinion. You will not get me to fucking censor anything. I am going to say what I have to fucking say, and I don't give a rat's ass if the fucking overall consensus fucking accept it. And I even posted on my fucking pages that famous saying from Captain America when he said, like, the word, I'm going to paraphrase because I don't have the exact thing in front of me. But he's like, when the world's against you and you feel you're right and the whole world feels you're wrong, so many words, you just stand your fucking ground. Mm-hmm. And when they say move, you say, no, you move, right? It's one of my favorite fucking things. I wish I knew it word for word. But anyway, like, I will not fucking budge at all with my opinion, okay? Like, I don't make up an opinion that's popular, okay? If sometimes my opinion agrees with others, that's great.
That's yeah, sure.
Never fucking ever have I ever on this fucking YouTube channel ever fucking did shit so where I'm like, oh, I'll get views if I say WandaVision's great. My ass, okay? My ass. Never fucking done it. Ever. In fact, there's shit that goes on this channel that's not popular. Like when we air out dirty laundry and I say people attack and I mention people by names, that's not good for my fucking channel. I don't fucking care. And I say what I have to say. So anybody, if you've watched me ever for fucking 10 years, no one could ever fucking say that I lie and make my opinion the popular opinion that everybody is trending and everybody wants because I'm looking for the views. I could give a rat's ass, okay? Like, yes, sometimes I will make thumbnails, you know, okay, make it look pretty because, look, the lighting fucking sucks here. Yeah. So when we go to see the thumbnail, you see me fucking faded. You see fucking Scott in HD. I don't give a fuck until I get better lighting, right?
You want to call this HD? All right, I'm not going
to. Scott looks beautiful. I don't, but hey, that's okay.
My eyes are glowing though. That's one.
That's all right. So, but that's the point. It's like we do this to have fun. Okay. Yes, I would like more subscribers. Yes, I would like more views, but I don't do things differently, like chasing it. I don't go to get it. If it appears, it appears. If it doesn't, it doesn't. This channel is not going to be catering to that stuff. Again, like, some people don't like me walking around talking. Some people like me doing gaming. I don't give a shit. Like, that's the whole point. It's like, so David Blythe, you are a million, zillion, quadruple billion, quintessional billion wrong. What's up, Chris?
Oh, hey, Chris. We were just talking about Billy. That's who I thought was popping up.
What's going on? How are you?
So what are we ranting about?
Because David Blythe questioned my opinion all over the YouTube spectrum there, saying that I lied in my second review of WandaVision to cater to MCU fans because I'm looking for views and subs.
Whoa.
When did that ever happen, Chris?
I mean, I see that on a lot of other channels, and I can say, like, just, you know, from experience, I've tried to convince you to make, you know, some outlandish videos before, but you don't want to, and I respect that. So, I mean, yeah.
There you go. That's it. It's said. So, yeah, I'm sorry, David Blythe, you didn't like WandaVision. I respect that you didn't like the finale, but I am allowed to love it. And you can't get mad or question why I love it or dissect why I love it or make excuses or go on a public. See, this is the thing. Like I said, I talk to Chris in Messenger. I'll talk to Scott. Right now, David Blythe's also on my Facebook, right? But instead of talking to me directly at first, he goes to the fucking open air platform, making like a name, like shouting in the heavens. Matrixlord's doing this for views and subs. He's lying. He's catering to the MCU. So if you're doing that, then I have to address it because we're not talking about it privately, and you're making an accusation that's not true. I don't like doing that.
Now I think back upon it, I think he was bored as hell, and he just wanted to be a shit disturber. I mean, that's all I can think of.
I don't know. I mean, Chris, you didn't like. Did you like it, or you were liking it?
No. But to be honest with you, do you want to get into like kind of the WandaVision stuff, or did you guys talk about it?
I really actually do want to get into it. Yeah.
So if you want me to go first, that's totally cool.
You go.
Okay.
You got the floor.
So this is. I want to make this clear off the bat for anybody watching. I did not believe any of those leaks at all. Like, I never thought the X-Men were coming into this. I never thought the Fantastic Four were coming into this. I thought at most we were going to get Doctor Strange showing up. And I thought at most we were going to get a name drop of Reed Richards as being the guy who built the rover or whatever they were going to use to get into the Hex. But not once did I ever think that, oh, Magneto is going to show up and he's going to be like, Wanda, I am your father. And it's going to be like, no. So here's my thing. I'm kind of like the opposite of what the popular opinion has been, because a lot of people really liked this show past episode 4, but they weren't really happy with episodes 1 through 3, which are more of the sitcom focus.
1 and 2 I wasn't too thrilled with. 3 did.
I thought 3 really took off for me, but okay.
Okay. So for me, it was the reverse. I thought the show was really good in episodes 1, 2, and 3, but then after 4, that's when they started to lose me.
Okay.
And it was and immediately when Sword showed up.
Well, if you remember, I said about episode 4, I wasn't crazy about it.
Yeah.
So from that
was when they changed the sitcom thing to be all about Sword.
Right. From that moment on, everything started to get weaker and weaker as the weeks went by. What I would have preferred is, and they kind of did this in a way, and this was something that was really. But my biggest issue with the show is that it seems very inconsistent at times. Like, they'll be like, Wanda doesn't know what she's doing. But then at other times they're like, yes, she does.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't. Yes, she does. And it's like, okay, either she does or she doesn't. Like, you can't have it both ways.
So they filmed the stuff out of order. Or
no.
Out of order, I mean.
Even if they did that, though, there has to be some kind of consistency. And
there's a storyboard. They know what they're doing.
For me, it wasn't there. And so what I would have preferred, what I was going to say before, is I would have preferred it that Wanda does what we now know, is that she went to where the house was being built and she, that grief made her manifest her powers. That's all well and good. I think that's fine. What would have been better, in my opinion, was she does that, and then the show is her and Vision not knowing what's going on, but they slowly start to see, like, hey, something's not right here.
If I could add something, Chris. Yeah. If I could add something.
Yeah.
First of all, to people who watch WandaVision, I think people forgot, like, Endgame, because she manifested her powers pretty big against Thanos, where he was fucking done, and he had to have his fucking commander shoot them from the fucking sky to stop Wanda because he couldn't fucking handle her. Okay,
so WandaVision is supposed to be several weeks or so after.
No, but my point is that was where she fucking really manifested her powers. Like, you saw, she was a badass. She was the top. Okay, because if he didn't have those ships, she could have took Thanos out. Definitely, right? So the point is that yes, in the episode, she manifested her powers, but it wasn't a surprise because we knew how strong she was from Endgame. All right, Chris, I'm sorry, I just had to throw it in there.
No, you're right. But just in my opinion, I think it would have been better if it would have been Wanda and Vision slowly starting to realize, hey, something's not right. And then you have Agatha come in and you start to maybe like, oh, maybe she's doing this or she's making Wanda do this. And then for me, the better twist at the end of the show would have been Agatha going, I didn't do this. You did. And then Wanda remembers everything that happened, and she's like, "Oh shit!"
Well,
like,
she did. That did happen because she's like, "I didn't make these people fuck." No. In episode 9, she's like, "I didn't fucking."
No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, she realizes that similar to what they did, but they don't lead you down this path of, oh, Wanda knew what she was doing and she's doing this like they did in the show.
Right.
You don't get that till the end, where Agatha's like, I didn't do this. You did. But we don't have the sword thing telling us like, oh no, this is Wanda, that she did this. You know, because like the if they were trying to make this a twist, they ruined it when Monica got thrown out of the hex. Because she knew. She was like, this is all Wanda.
Yeah.
Well, See, the thing I think is that when she manifested her powers and did all that, she fucking forgot that she did all that. Once she was inside that sitcom, that she made herself forget it. And then when certain little glimpses, then she remembered. But basically, she was having a fucking nervous breakdown. I mean, she was fucking losing her fucking mind. Again.
What I'm saying, though, is, and this goes into the inconsistency, right? So we have Monica getting ejected from the hex, and she's like, it's all Wanda, which turned out to be true. She was right. It was all Wanda, right?
All Wanda.
But then we have it was Agatha all along, which when you really think about it, it wasn't.
Well, it was Agatha. It was Agatha making things go wrong. That, like, she was the one that was fucking shit up in each episode. Where
I don't agree with that though, because they put, like, if you listen to what the song says, they were making it sound like it was her, like she was the one doing this. They try to make you think that she's the one doing
it was
this.
It was a misdirection.
When you really think about it, it's like Agatha didn't really do anything. Like she
saw the energy signature of magic and she went there right away. As soon as it just started.
She really didn't do much. She kind of manipulated things in her favor, but it was very minor. So really it wasn't Agatha all along, it was Wanda all along, really.
Right.
And then the White Vision thing was a waste. I mean, there was really no point to it other than to get Vision back in the MCU. So I was like, okay, cool. And then the kids. The kids are my biggest problem with this show. So they get introduced, and they're like, here are Wanda and Vision's kids. You're supposed to care about them. But they never made me care about them.
Well, even Monica said they're real. They said they're not fake, right?
Right. When they were fading away, when she was taking down the hex at the first part, I was like, okay.
Right.
Good deal. And then at the
end, you knew the comics though, right? You knew that.
Yeah, I do. But the problem is this though. This show it can't rely on the comics because this isn't the comic book. So
but it is heavily. It was heavily connected.
But it's not the comic book though. What I'm saying is you have to remember that most of the people that are watching this did not read the comics. So you have to make these kids characters in their own right in this show so that people like the general audience will care about them, right? They did not do that. They brought these kids in and they were like, okay, they were babies, now they're toddlers, now they're like 10, 11 years old. Oh, look, they faded away. And it's like, and?
Right. Well,
like, why do I care about these kids?
Well, can I interject a little bit about that? Yeah. So we know in the comics they faded away. And they did age up in the comics too, right? So the thing is that they are technically from Wanda, okay? Even though, like, you know, it was thing like, say, she created the visions. She had the visions. When she did the visions, she had the vision's essence in her hand from his head, his soul, his whatever. And then she created a body for it, but he didn't have the memories, right? But the kids were her. So the thing is that we never seen the kids phase out when the thing came. We know that the one son has magic like his mother. Okay. My thing is that the kids were smart enough to know that they were going to phase out. And I think that the son that had the magic casted something to bring them to another dimension or something, not really knowing his powers. Because that's the whole thing, is that at the end, in the after credits, the kids are alive somewhere.
Yeah, because you hear their voices.
So they didn't go away. And even the Vision said that he's probably not going to go away completely either. Now, I know she was studying the Darkhold, probably trying to find a way to bring them back or whatever. But, that's the whole thing, is that the kids were like partly real and partly not. It was like a weird thing, even though they were phasing. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
No, I get that. Like, that's all well and good. But again, I still don't care about these kids. Like,
see, the one thing that bothered me about the whole show was none of that you said. I had a big problem. If I could just, I know you'd finish. I just want to add one thing.
Yeah.
Hayward. Now, my thing is that it would have been nice if they would have explained what the fuck happened to him personally, where he would be so filled with hatred that he would want to shoot children. Now, here's the thing now. There's a rage factor there. Now, obviously, he lost people in the snap. Right, Chris?
Yeah.
He probably lost his wife. Anyway. He probably lost his kids, right? He probably moved on, probably got remarried. And when the Avengers did the thing and the snap was back, his life was fucked up, probably, because now he's remarried, has new kids, his kids come back, his wife comes back. Fucks up his life so much that he's enraged. And he fucking hates the Avengers. He fucking hates Wanda. He fucking hates all of them because he doesn't understand why they could have just made them reappear immediately after instead of 5 years. So it probably did so much fucking damage to him personally and fucked up his life so much that he just wanted to fuck her over, like Wanda, right? Where he fucking devoted his time to fucking recreate the Vision, manipulate her, and to try to bring in the Vision back, because that's all he had to say. She wasn't going to bring the Vision back. Then when he says, are you going to try to bring him back? That put the fucking thing in her subconsciousness, and then she, without knowing, took his essence from his fucking brain, right? So my point is, the failure of WandaVision is explaining the motives behind Hayward. That's it. That's my biggest fucking gripe. And the fact that you introduce S.W.O.R.D. to be better than S.H.I.E.L.D. and they're worse because they're still fucking manipulated by an evil bastard. So you just fucking destroyed the whole concept of S.W.O.R.D. when nobody takes S.W.O.R.D. seriously. Nobody gives a shit about S.W.O.R.D. now because they're assholes. And even if you do stuff in the movies, people are not going to give a shit about S.W.O.R.D. Even if Nick Fury's the fucking director, no one's going to give a shit about S.W.O.R.D. You fucking wasted it. That's my point with that. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree about S.W.O.R.D. being wasted. I'm going to tell you right now, I think besides the kids, they were the worst part of this show. Like, darn no. Every time they were on screen, I was like rolling my eyes. Like,
cringe-worthy. Yeah.
These guys are just absolutely terrible.
Fucking like, cringe-worthy.
The one thing that I liked was when it showed that Hayward had the drone that they sent in and they were siphoning off the magic, the chaos magic from the drone to power the new Vision. But I have an issue with that. There's something that doesn't make a lot of sense with that, but I'll get to that in a second. That was the one thing that I liked that they did, because I was like, oh, so he played her the whole time. He knew she was going to eject that fucking drone, and he was going to be like, got it. That's what we needed. And then he was going to power Vision with it. I don't think the Hayward character is evil, to be honest with you. I think that he was just so traumatized by what happened during those 5 years that he's like, we can't rely on these superheroes anymore. We need to be able to respond to these things like this. Like,
I mean, if you shoot kids, you're evil.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't agree with that, because he sees them as quote unquote heroes, like they could become heroes.
Or maybe he saw they don't exist really.
He saw the kid. He saw the kid running around. He saw the other one have the magic. He was like, no, they're part of this. They got to go. They're attacking my men. They got to go.
Right.
I mean, I can't, if he's that,
like, he doesn't see them as kids. He doesn't see them as kids.
He sees them as monsters. If those kids were just like human kids, he would have been like, no, I'm not going to shoot them. Like,
right. He saw them as,
He sees this kid zipping around, disarming his men, and the other one, throwing whatever he did with his magic. It's like, no, they got to go. They're just like their mother and their uncle. We got to get rid of them. That's another thing. the fucking Quicksilver thing.
Yeah.
Was
one when I was going to come up.
This is DC level of bad. Like, that fucking thing pissed me off.
Ralph Boner?
Yeah.
I was not happy with that.
Now,
come on, guys.
I think
really?
that, is this going to be a thing that they reveal in the future? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But this is not the way.
They just wasted Evan Peters with that.
Yeah, that was. And that
wasn't even explained either. He was working for her, okay, but she mind controlled him, okay. So she used her magic to give him Quicksilver powers.
Well, think about this too, though, right? So you mean to tell me that the whole time she was talking about Ralph, she was talking about a guy who she was going to use to pretend to be Wanda's brother?
I didn't catch that. That's right. Ralph Boner.
What?
Right. Ralph Boner. Right.
So, yeah.
Here's another question. Do you think she was on it with Hayward?
No, that's the only thing I never thought it was.
Yeah.
I think she had her own.
A little bit.
I don't think so.
No, she had her own agenda. She actually did want to get.
Because here's the thing, she wasn't fucking surprised at all about the White Vision.
I don't think she cared. I don't think she cared.
She's like, there's your boyfriend and your ex.
Yeah, I think that everybody was so beneath her that it was just I don't care.
So for hundreds of years, she just existed somewhere and did whatever the fuck she did in nothingness. She had no purpose. She just.
Yeah, she had no reason, allegedly, to manifest herself or to reveal herself because nothing caught her interest. Which, here's my thing. I can get behind that idea because you could say that after the Salem witch trials, witches went underground and blah 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 blah.
Right.
But here's where I'm starting to get wait, how you mean nothing interested her enough to come out?
Thanos.
When literally,
hold
on. Wait, hold on. When nothing, let's say she was only interested in things that were related to magic, right? She doesn't care about the Infinity Stones. She doesn't care about Ultron. She doesn't care about any of that shit, right? Aliens and stuff. It's all uninteresting to her, right? There was a whole magic incident in China when Dormammu tried to invade our dimension. That wasn't enough to interest her?
Well, yeah, I'll tell you why it wasn't. Because she couldn't even go to Connecticut to get Quicksilver's body. So she's going to go to China?
His body wasn't in Connecticut, though.
But wherever it was, she said his body, it was too much effort for her to go get the real Quicksilver, so she did that. So if that's the case, then why would she already go to China? If it was too much effort to go?
Because to get Quicksilver's body is not a quote-unquote magic thing. But this thing that happened in Hong Kong was literally
But obviously, Quicksilver's body is not in the ground. It's in some type of government thing.
It's probably somewhere in Sokovia because she said it was on another continent. So
right,
it was probably in Sokovia. So okay, but let's say I'm not holding that against the show because that's outside speculation. But I can't. The one of the things I can't wrap my head around, and maybe they're going to explain this in Spider-Man: No Way Home, even though that takes place after WandaVision.
Why are they saying that that's directly connected to WandaVision? They're leaving that out. They're saying Doctor Strange, but they're not saying No Way Home.
Here's the thing. I have a funny feeling that WandaVision is not going to influence No Way Home that much.
Really?
I don't think that I think that there's going to be so much going on in that movie that maybe she's influencing it on the back end, but I don't think it's going to be a main plot point in the movie.
So she's an after credit of No Way Home,
potentially
she did it.
Maybe, yeah.
And Doctor Strange will go, okay, I know you did this, and it's there she appears.
Here's my thing, though. It's and I think they really need to explain this because this is I have a hard time believing this right now, anyway. So WandaVision is supposed to take place right before Spider-Man: Far From Home, or at least a little while before that.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
This took place in New Jersey. This show.
Right.
What the fuck was Doctor Strange doing? You have we have now clarified.
He's a sorcerer supreme, right? I mean,
this is a threat that's more powerful than him. Okay, Dormammu was more powerful than him, and he was still like, I got to go deal with this, right? You mean to tell me that let's say Wanda's so powerful that he can't even get into the Hex, okay? Right. I think Doctor Strange would be smart enough to be like, I can't get in there. Like,
well, they're probably explaining that he was distracted with something else, probably.
So I think we can say potentially that Wong, depending on what time period Shang-Chi takes place in, Wong is apparently in that movie fighting in that tournament for the 10 rings. So maybe he's there. But I don't know. I'm having a hard time with Doctor Strange not being involved at all.
Dude, this goes back to what we said about how Superman's fighting fucking Zod in DCEU, and fucking Batman and all the heroes, or Wonder Woman, nobody's fucking doing fucking thing. And
Batman
just like,
was there, though.
Right, we saw that afterwards. But there's a lot of times it will be like, oh, you know, why this happening and no one's getting involved or something like that. Well,
in their defense, though, they did have reasons for why all the other heroes weren't there.
Okay.
Like, Batman was there. He had stopped being Batman for a while. He was there. Wonder Woman had given up on humanity. She was wherever she was. Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman were all preoccupied doing their own things. Right. But this to me, this WandaVision stuff, this is the equivalent. If we're gonna let's use DC for an example, this would be the equivalent of like Brainiac attacking Gotham, and Superman's just like, eh.
I mean, here's the thing: we know that is always going to be a situation like this where, like, there's so many heroes that they'll be in each other's backyard, but then why they always have to explain why they're not there. After a while, it's going to get ridiculous. I mean, my thing is, I honestly think Doctor Strange, they can have something where he's dealing with something big or whatever. But
that's very possible, yeah.
You know, I honestly think that's going to happen. But here's another thing I wanted to point out too, because I think Disney thought it was going to be a hit, but I didn't think they realized how big of a hit WandaVision was, because the movie theaters are closed, right? They're not making that much money. And then WandaVision comes, and it was just supposed to be one show, you know, to start off their whole thing. And the thing became the #1 show, period. The ratings were through the roof. People are buying the merchandise like you wouldn't believe. They are demanding more merchandise. They keep demanding more stuff. Disney's like, oh my God, we are making so much friggin' money. And then people are like, where's season 2? Where's season 2? Where's season 2? Shareholders are like, okay, where's season 2? And Kevin Feige's like, it was never meant to really be a season 2. Right? But then he kind of caves and he's like, well, never say never. Now, I'm worried about that because, again, this was never meant to be series 2, 3, whatever.
Yeah.
But you're seeing green now. And again, you have to understand they have not made the green money big because, again, there's been nothing that's been generating them massive amounts of money. Like a movie that would be in China and a Black Widow could potentially make $1.6 billion or $2 billion. Endgame makes $2.7 something million, right? There's been nothing. There's been nothingness that's been generating that type of income. And here comes WandaVision that they felt was going to be a hit, but it beyond exceeded their expectations, where now they're pressured because people want this. They love Wanda. They love the Vision. They want to see it.
Here's the thing, though, right? When March 19th rolls around, WandaVision is going to be old news.
Oh, because of Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yes.
But I don't think it's going to be an impact like WandaVision.
Oh, I 100%.
I do not think so.
I do. And I'm going to tell you right now. There are certain parts of this story that are going to absolutely resonate with things going on politically in this country.
Okay.
And that is going to, like, you're going to, like, WandaVision, there's going to be people like, what? What's WandaVision?
You really see. Here's the thing. I love Captain America. I love Falcon. But I am biased because I've always my faves were always Scarlet Witch and Vision. I have the statues and everything. Mm-hmm. I've always into that. Always, even Guardians of the Galaxy. I've been like, one day Guardians of the Galaxy is going to get a movie. I've always been a huge fan. Of course, it's a totally different lineup that I read, but I was always a huge fan, waiting for it to happen one day. Right now, as far as Falcon and Winter Soldier goes, I kind of felt it was forced that they had a series because, again, they didn't like each other. That was the whole point. And I know Joe is going to be yelling at me because Joe's like, this is going to be the greatest thing ever. You don't understand. You're saying there's only 6 episodes, mind you, too. You're saying it's going to be the biggest thing.
If this show is written well and directed well, I think it's because this has several advantages over WandaVision, and those are being like, there's a large majority of the general audience who really like the Winter Soldier, who really like Falcon, more so than they did Wanda and Vision.
Well, look at the Captain America movie. That said it all. Really.
Right. So
the second movie, that was it. People went crazy.
Exactly. And so this is going to be not only that, but it's not going to have the quote-unquote weird elements that WandaVision had. Like, this isn't going to...
no magic, I know.
It's going to start off as, like, this is the Marvel that you know. And this is what you guys want to see. So I think that... And another thing I think it's going to do is it's not going to leave you with a million questions in every episode. I think you're going to get some pretty tight episodes where it's like, here's what's going on. You don't have to look too far into it. There will be cliffhangers and stuff and questions that are raised, but I don't think it's going to be nearly as much as what WandaVision did, which was that's what that was designed to do. So that's not like a detriment to WandaVision. I'm just saying that you don't have to think as hard watching this as you did WandaVision.
Right.
Another potential advantage is that everybody was waiting for the mutant/X-Men connection to show up in WandaVision. It didn't happen, but we got like Madripoor and stuff in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So it might be there. And if the word mutant comes up in there, there's going to be a large majority, or not majority, there'll be a big minority of fans who didn't like WandaVision who are immediately going to be like, this show's better than WandaVision. And then they're going to take to social media and they bark the loudest. And they're going to be like, this show's better than WandaVision. And then that's going to catch on.
Right. Well,
and then,
unlike WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier's already got a second season.
Exactly.
And so does Loki.
So. Dude, Loki, I think Loki's going to be like...
Loki's season 3 already, I think. I think. Well, that's going to be the top show, Loki. As far as I
think Loki's going to blow people's minds.
Loki's going to definitely blow all these other episodes, series out of the water.
Once I saw the trailer with Loki, I'm like, this is going to be the show. That's going to be the top. Yeah. Above WandaVision and Falcon, Winter Soldier. But again, now people, you have to have her, Wanda, in the movies more because people want it. They want the Vision. They want her. They like her. They like the Vision.
And I think that this is going to be, whether you like the show or not, I think that this is only going to be a benefit to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Doctor Strange fan. I'm just saying that because this show is a success.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of it, but it was absolutely a success. And that can only, read well because, Doctor Strange 2 is not that far away. It's like a year away. So, I mean.
Well, Spider-Man is December. And Doctor Strange is March, right? Or no?
Yeah.
So they're very close together.
Yeah. So it's really not that far away, honestly. No pun intended. Spider-Man Far From Home, but
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna say this, and this is me being a Doctor Strange fan, right? They better not sacrifice him in this movie to make her look good.
Yeah.
Because the minute you do that, I'm done. Like the MCU.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm like 50% certain that Doctor Strange 2 is going to end where he's going to lose everything to that Baron Mordo.
That's
like
fine.
completely. Like He's gonna think he's not gonna know he's behind him. He's like, no more sorcerers, and he's gonna take all his magic away. And then someone like maybe Wanda would have to be Sorcerer Supreme or something, because that's what's probably gonna have to happen. And then you're gonna have a redemption or a.
I'm okay with that. What I'm saying is I don't want this to turn in. I don't want Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness to turn into WandaVision season 2. Like the minute that they start focusing more on her, the movie is a failure.
I mean, the odds are Vision's going to be in that movie too.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, she's probably a major part of Doctor Strange too.
She is. We know that.
Yeah.
I mean, she's probably going to be the main reason behind everything. I mean,
which is fine.
I know it's hard, right?
They have to remember that this is his movie, and he.
Well, same thing like Tom Holland. Tom Holland, it's his Spider-Man movie. He can't be overshadowed by whatever's going on in there.
Exactly. Like I don't, and to say that too, I don't want Spider-Man No Way Home to turn into Doctor Strange 2. Like I don't want that. This is a Spider-Man movie. He needs to get the rub from this.
Yeah.
With
the main gripe we've always myself have always had is this notion that, okay, if this is going to be a Spider-Man movie, let it be a Spider-Man movie.
Tom Holland's movie, though.
Yeah, dude, don't just throw a Marvel character in there just for shamrocks and Guinness. Let Spider-Man stand on his own. Now, if you want to have a Marvel character as a cameo, like maybe he phones them up and you hear the Marvel person's voice, fine.
He ain't going to be by. Tom Holland.
Other than a voice, I'm sorry, there should not be any Marvel characters in
Tom Holland's movie.
Other than Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's not going to be by himself in this trilogy. The next trilogy, maybe that would be nice if they could just let him be by himself and have his villains and get back to where Spider-Man's supposed to be, instead of having every Avenger and everybody in his movie and everything, and Iron Man's here and Iron Man's there, and here is Daredevil, and here is let's just have Spider-Man. Which again, not this contract. Next contract, cross your fingers, but they're going to do the Spider-Verse live action eventually.
Eventually, yeah. There's no reason not to anymore.
This is a teaser, if they do appear, of what could happen. But I know Godzilla Lewis really wants to talk about Godzilla. We'll get to that in a minute. But
I'll just address that comment right now, Godzilla Lewis. I agree if the movie is written well.
Well, I'm going to talk about that too, because here's the thing. Movie theaters opened. So I was given a choice. Do I want to go to the movies on Friday and see what they had, which was nothing. It was Tom and Jerry. I'll pass. It was that other Disney animated movie. I'll pass. And the only other choice was Chaos Walking with Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley. And I'm like, I'll pass. And of course, I seen the Godzilla poster, and I said, that will bring me back into the theaters, because it's big enough for me to want to see, right?
Yeah.
And like I think the days of just going to the movies to see anything, just to see something in the movies, are over. I think that with everything going on with the pandemic, if you're all going to go to the movies, it's got to be friggin' huge title like Godzilla. Hopefully we go back to normalcy, but keep in mind too that if we do go back to normalcy, the ticket prices and everything is through the roof now.
Oh God!
Because of all this,
it won't be back to normal by the time this comes out.
And even if it is back to normal, the prices are going to be skyrocketed. So would you go to the movies and just see any movie anymore? Probably not.
If I had both doses of the vaccine and a theater opened up by me, I would go to see this and probably nothing else.
So you're saying you would only go to the theaters if you got the vaccine?
Yeah. Because I don't get me, like, all the theaters by me are closed. So I like, even if I do get it, I can't go to a theater. I have to watch it on HBO Max, which that's fine with me. I just want to see the movie. But if it's like, let's say the Regal by my house opened up and I had gotten vaccinated completely, I would go. I would still wear a mask, but I would go.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is that they don't require that. for you to go to the movies. Obviously, you could just go.
Oh no, I know. I would
Yeah.
probably just do it anyway because I have a Monarch branded mask, so I would just.
Well, the rules in the movie theater here are: you go into the theater, you have a mask. You buy popcorn, you have a mask. Go to the bathroom, you have a mask. Once you sit down in the actual theater, you don't wear a mask. You eat, you watch the movie, no masks. And then when you leave, you have to wear the mask.
That makes sense. It's similar to what they do in restaurants and stuff.
Like you're relaxing, right? I mean, that's another thing too. It's, you know, it doesn't make sense. See, that's another thing I never understood too. Is like you're having a restaurant, you're not wearing a mask. Then they want the workers to wear a mask. What's the point? Because people walking in and out are not having masks. So, you know, why not? Why have the mask at all if that's the case?
I'll tell you what. Like this thing is so contagious in some variations that like no matter if you're wearing the mask or not, if somebody walks in there,
you're still gonna get it.
You're all basically.
There's people. Listen, I know people that wore the mask. They put alcohol, they put sanitizer when they dealt with customers every 5 minutes. They still got it.
Yeah.
In fact, they got it where they didn't know they had it, but they heard they were in contact with someone. They got tested. They realized they had it. They didn't have any symptoms whatsoever. But when they encountered their family, they gave it to their family, and people got sick. So, like,
I think there was a study that they did a little while ago that they just released that said that they're finding out that this thing can survive for up to 3 days on cloth. So if it gets on your clothes and it doesn't get washed off,
but you wouldn't. That's another thing with that too. I know we're going off topic, but the thing with that too is that you would probably get it days later, or not even. You might never show any symptoms at all, or it might take 2 weeks for you to show symptoms.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the whole point. Is like you would never be able to track where you got it or when you got it.
Yeah, because
it could be anything.
So different. Yeah.
You could go get food, and it could be on your napkins, and you go home. You have no idea. It could be anywhere. That's the whole point. You could be on the bus or a subway or anywhere, walking down the street. Right. So this is just a crazy. I just. It scares the crap out of you, this whole thing. But, I mean, my thing is I'm just so sick of this. And I know, like, I wear masks everywhere. Don't get me wrong. But that's why when indoor dining came back, it's just like, I want this. I want to go back to the way it was. I don't want this. And I went to indoor dining and then, movie theaters. I'm like, I'm going. Like, that's my choice, I want this. I want it to be back to because
I think if you get to see this movie on the big screen, it's going to be quite an experience.
Yes, because you have to understand that with me, I wasn't going anywhere other than work. I mean, if you count me going around the corner with my mask on for like 7-Eleven or GameStop or Dunkin' Donuts or the comic book store, maybe I went once every 6 months, Target or something, right? But most of the time I was staying home, and that's what the gaming thing started too. I started buying, right, Scott?
Yeah.
Tons of games to keep me occupied, to keep me home until I worked. So, and after a while, I was even getting tired of that. I would just want to go out. Because it's like, how much games could you play? And obviously, I got like 148 platinum, so I played a lot. But got thousands and thousands of trophies. But like, after a while, you don't want to do that. So, me going to the movies, I can't freaking wait for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I take a risk, whatever. I mean, it's just, you can't be afraid to do everything. Then you never do anything, I don't know. Anyway, anything for Godzilla Lewis? You want to talk about Godzilla?
The only real thing that I know some of the second wave of the merchandise is going to be coming out soon. I don't know exactly when, but I think it's going to be right before the movie comes out. So if you don't want to know what Mechagodzilla looks like, stay out of stores that sell this stuff because he's going to be plastered all over the fucking place.
Well, I have a question for you, Chris, with the Godzilla. Why is it that nobody sees the opportunity to put out a Godzilla game to coincide with the movie?
Because the last one did so poorly, it was embarrassing.
Really? But can't they just make a better game?
It's
hypothetically, yes, but the problem is that these production companies look at that and they go, "Ooh, yeah, we're not doing that."
The only thing you can do with Godzilla right now is like one of those, Mortal Kombat game, to where that gets old after a while.
I mean, that sucks. I want a Godzilla game so bad.
I'll tell you what, it's very simple. Like all they have to do is just make it a fighting game.
That's what they should do, I think. Yeah. Because how many Street Fighters? We could have 1,000 Street Fighters. I would buy them all, right? Mortal Kombat. I buy everything in Mortal Kombat. I buy every single Tekken. I buy every single Soul Calibur. I just buy. So like, if you put out like you did a Turtles fighting game, a Star Wars Teresakai, whatever. If you put out a freaking Godzilla fighting game, I'm there, like immediately. Yeah.
There's allegedly supposed to be a mobile game that's coming out for GBK, but
I don't care about that. I'm not a mobile game guy.
You know, it's yeah. I mean, I wish they would release one too, but it's just that last one was so bad that they're like, no, we're not.
You said there's a Godzilla VR game. Is that true?
There's something that's supposed to be coming out for something like that. So you play as Kong or something. I don't know.
Okay, that's I didn't know that. Thank you, Godzilla. Okay. Oh, you guys are getting the vaccine? Okay. Chief, again, this vaccine. Okay, good.
Oh,
good luck.
The only other Godzilla news I just remembered. The only other thing that came out was there was a TV. There's this really weird thing going around right now where there was this TV spot that came out. But apparently it wasn't supposed to come out, and then Warner Brothers like freaked out and had all of them taken down.
What was it?
I saw it before it got taken down. I actually watched it a couple of times.
What was it though?
So it was like a normal TV spot. They were going through the motions with it, and then there was a scene where like Kong shows up in Hong Kong, and he's like pounding the ground, like he's really pissed off, and it shows Godzilla roaring back at him. So allegedly, this is how their fight begins in Hong Kong, and then at the end of the TV spot shows Godzilla on the ground looking up, and you can see Mechagodzilla in his eye.
Oh shit!
And I was like, "Wow, okay." Well, I can't. They took it down.
Oh, you didn't download it? You didn't download it before? Oh shit!
But they freaked out and they took it down, and I was like,
"Oh my god!
Wow!
Oh my god!" Okay. I would love to see that. Shit.
I'll see if
somebody's got to have it. Somebody's got to have it.
Yeah, because once you put something online, it's there forever. So
I gotta see Mechagod. Somebody send it to us. I don't care who you send it to. Me, Scott, Chris, whatever.
Yeah.
Gotta see that. Please. Instead of sending me stupid stuff comments where it's like those troll, I like you, and there's like a stupid thing that has nothing to do with my video, and it's like, I don't know, dating crap. I delete that troll crap. Send me a Godzilla damn friggin' clip. Damn it. We get that. Well, who does that? God. It must be bots or something, right? God.
Something like that.
Oh, Godzilla was sore too. Okay. Oh, so Snyder Cut is soon, huh?
It's the 18th.
I gotta get friggin' HBO Max also now. How many streaming services are we gonna have? A lot.
I got Paramount's supposed to be getting theirs.
Oh, don't even get me started with Paramount. I got Amazon Prime. I'm supposed to watch Coming to America. I didn't watch it yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was coming out. So.
Yeah,
Netflix, the Pacific Rim anime, Pacific Rim: The Black, just came out.
How was that?
And it was fantastic.
Whoa.
It's canon to the Pacific Rim movies.
Okay.
And they take the lore in a couple of different places. It was unbelievable.
Oh wow. Okay. Now I gotta get Netflix too. Oh, how many are we gonna have, man? How many are we gonna have?
It's gonna be like
I know, but there's no Paramount. Like, what the fuck is Paramount? I don't like any of the Star Trek stuff there.
Yeah, I know, but that's
shit. Oh, you think it's gonna suck, Snyder Cut? Shaif? What about you, Chris? You think that's gonna be great, the Snyder Cut, or is this gonna be
I think that no matter what, there's gonna be a large contingent of people that say it's the greatest thing that happened since Citizen Kane.
Jesus, that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The problem is how much is the Snyder Cut gonna?
Well, has there anything been recently from the DCU that has been that fucking fantastic?
No.
So there you go. There you fucking go. Then that's why it's the greatest fucking thing in the DCU, because there's nothing really that's great.
Yeah. Oh, just to
about
answer your comment there, Godzilla Lewis. Yes, I think they should stop showing TV spots.
Yes,
because there's legitimately like 29 of them now.
Yeah, I don't want. I stopped watching them because again, I don't want the whole movie spoiled. I like being spoiled here or there, but not.
Like I said in the past, I'm sorry. There shouldn't be any of these like, oh, here's your sneak peek promo for the trailer, and then about 2 days later,
like Terminator Genesis.
The damn trailer's like 2-3 minutes long. I'm one who personally thinks that a movie trailer needs to be should be no longer than maybe a minute 30 or a minute 40 long.
Right, I agree. But
I'll tell you,
don't have trailers like Terminator Genesis that ruin the fucking movie.
Or
I'll tell you what though. Like whoever is in charge of the marketing, at least for the MonsterVerse, they need to somebody needs to replace them, because they did the same shit with King of the Monsters, and that ruined a lot of the movie for a lot of people. And I'll give you 2 examples that they did in King of the Monsters and then they did in GVK. In the second trailer for Godzilla King of the Monsters, you see burning Godzilla. And it's like, why? Why did you show that scene, right? Then the first clip of the first trailer we see for Godzilla vs. Kong, there's fucking Mechagodzilla. And it's like, why? Why?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I believe
they should stop these fucking trailer makers.
I don't want to call it an Easter egg per se, but it should be one of those things like you tune in and think, oh, this is cool. He's battling Godzilla. And then at the next minute you go, oh my God, that's Mech.
Right. But my thing was too, right? It should
be a pleasant surprise.
My thing was like, edit him out of the fucking shot. Like, that's all.
Knew it fucking immediately. Knew it. I said it. I was like, that's Mechagodzilla. What are you talking about? That's Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, the first thing I did,
like where did they see that? I'm like, it's Mechagodzilla. I know it.
Right.
Like,
I stopped drooling when the trailer started. I was like, that's fucking Mechagodzilla.
That's Mechagodzilla. Me and Chris at the same time. That's fucking Mechagodzilla. Said the same shit, and I'm like, people are weird. Like people that don't know, like Godzilla, like we know. They're like, what? Where? I didn't see anything. He's there.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody that was like, that's not Mechagodzilla, that's Godzilla. And I was like, when was the last time Godzilla was silver and glowing red? Like, that's
right.
Mechagodzilla.
Fucking Mechagodzilla, right. Shit. Man. So psyched for this movie. Yes.
Yeah, WandaVision was good.
We talked about that already, yeah. Great.
Getting back to it just for a second.
I want all the merchandise. I want all the pops.
Yeah.
I want the WandaVision mug. I want the T-shirts.
This is going to be a bit of a spoiler, but during that Agnes Wanda battle, the second time she missed, I was thinking she's missing on purpose.
Yes, I knew that. I'm like, oh yeah. Even Agnes, Agatha Harkness was looking like
she's doing
something. Right. She's like, you're trying to hit me, but you're missing. And then she's like thinking maybe she's just tired or something. And I'm like, oh, she's purposely fucking missing.
Yeah,
that shit's crazy. And you knew right away because they said previously on WandaVision, Runestone's Wanda. Runestone. I'm like, you motherfuckers, because all the time, whenever they do shit like that, they put the fucking thing in the previously, and it's so fucking obvious.
And nobody
that they're gonna fucking do it.
But I caught it.
Right. Even showing Monica Rambeau
purpose
in the previously.
I was like, she's setting up the same little trap. Yep.
And then you put Monica purposely in it because she's going to showcase her powers in the episode.
Yep.
So it's so fucking obvious. And I hate when they do that because you're basically spoiling it. If you don't catch on, like me and Chris and you will catch on, we'll know what the fuck they're doing. But anybody else, they'll just overlook it. But I'm like, motherfucking runestones, bitch.
Yeah.
If it worked for Michael Myers, it worked for And you would have to be a fan like we are of Halloween that we secretly had to buy that special fucking version of Halloween that we can only get on the black market or the comic book conventions where the guy threw down the fucking rune stones, if you remember, in Halloween 6, Curse of Michael Myers, and Michael Myers couldn't fucking move, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I remember that, Chris, or you don't remember that?
I do, actually, yeah.
Yeah. I had to buy, even the Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, special endings. We had to specifically buy that low key. Like they just sneaked it in the conventions. You bought it. You're like, oh shit, I got it. Even the Aliens. They had the Newt one with the parents. Yeah. Back in the day.
I remember seeing that the first time on television, and I was so confused. I was like, what the hell? Like, what?
That was the only way I could buy the freaking Mothra 1, 2, and 3. That they had the Mothra movies.
Oh, yeah.
At the conventions. Because people didn't know that shit over here. They had no fucking idea. Or even the Gamma ones.
Those movies.
And people are like, what? Oh, yeah, we have that, sure. Yeah. So, man. Anyway. So, what else? What else, Chris?
To be honest, I don't really know. I saw that there's stuff for Shang-Chi starting to leak, which
hold on. Before we get into Shang-Chi, we have to cover this. Okay, so we heard, I don't know if Chris knows, but we heard that Funko Pops have dumped Doctor Who. And are you surprised that Funko Pops dumped Doctor Who? Because maybe Chibnall wouldn't allow them to make fucking villains or anything that's important to make them sell. So if you have a showrunner that fucking is so fucking stubborn to not give enough things that you have to make a t-shirt of the Doctor in prison garb because you can't give them enough fucking material to make a t-shirt, then obviously Funko Pop, they don't want to make stupid ass fucking pop of the Doctor in prison garb or anything else. So you know what? They dumped Doctor Who. And you know what? I'm glad. Because again, even Titan Box, like the Blind Box dumped Doctor Who because Chibnall wouldn't allow them to make fucking Titan figures. So you know what? It's a good thing because, again, maybe they'll see finally that Chibnall is being a fucking hindrance to the show.
He is.
And they're not making good enough fucking product to sell because he doesn't want to fucking spoil anything. And even if they're out a year or two, they could have fucking made tons of fucking monsters and shit, and he wouldn't allow it. You could have did the Cyber Lords as a fucking Funko Pop. Or the fucking Jadoon.
The smart thing would have done is, okay, if you wanted to hold off till Christmas to put a handful of the things out, fine. If you wanted to wait until the series ended, fine. Then you put the previous season stuff out. But no, Chibnall wanted to be a little dick and hold it so close to his vest that, I'm not going to give you anything. I'm just here to...
Yeah, what he gave you is the guy that he wanted...
I do shoot with 60th and the HBO Max deal so it can really kick in.
The guy that he gave you, as in wrestling terms, that he wanted to put over fucking Tim Shaw, that nobody gives a fuck about, that's who got a fucking pop. Right? That's who got a fucking pop. And his buddy that did fucking oh god damn it, Kerblam, he wanted to put his guy over. He wanted to put his fucking guy over, so they made him a fucking action figure. And then you got Jody with glasses, Jody without glasses. You got to Patain because he wanted to put his other friend over. So you know what? You didn't get it like the Witchfinder's creature. You didn't get fucking the other monsters. Nothing. So you know what? Of course they're gonna dump you. Of course they're gonna dump you because you're a control
frog.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm still surprised they never did. Oh, wait a minute. You buy any that basically should go done. You could have gone to any arts and craft show place, buy a damn little plastic green frog and go, look, I got the little...
Yeah, so if you're going to... Here's the thing. If you're going to be a fucking proper Doctor Who showrunner, you're going to promote the shit out of your brand, and you're going to allow people to make shit for Doctor Who. See, when you have a thing called Doctor Who, you have to have fucking creatures and monsters. You can't have tons of T-shirts where the Doctor's with the TARDIS. It doesn't fucking work like that. If you
look at the T-shirts, they were basically branded. They were marketing towards women, and women don't want to.
Right, you call it her universe.
They want to buy.
That even Moffat
for their boyfriends and husbands.
Moffat made fun of it too.
And Chibnall does not understand that concept.
Moffat even made fun of it. He said you can't call it her universe because it's for everybody. It's for boys and girls. But now you secluded them with guys can't get that merchandise because it's her universe. So your fucking merchandise is clearance. First time ever in history, the sonic screwdriver they were looking to give away. I fucking went to buy it. They gave me fucking rebates and coupons, and it cost me like fucking $10 with money back. Okay? They're like, get this shit out of my store type of thing. And then they got to be politically correct, so they can't say it's clearance. They got to say something else like bargain, whatever, some bullshit. It failed, okay? You're making it where it's not for everybody. And then what you do is, this is another thing. They're like, oh, this ain't working then. So let's make 5,000 David Tennant merchandise and Matt Smith. And they didn't make Capaldi really. So it's like, wow, that's not the Doctor. But you're going to fucking promote it because you need to make money with Doctor Who. And then all of a sudden you see David Tennant in every fucking audio there is. Time Lord Victorious, this. That's not how... They never did that before. They never promoted the whole Doctor Who brand with another Doctor instead of Jodie. Even Jodie's comic, every fucking other issue is David Tennant in the comic because they can't sell it by itself. Period.
Definitely, Pop. I agree with that. What you said about how the whole, I miss the relatable, raw feeling of RTD series. Yeah. Because between him and Moffat, granted, we all had our problems with Moffat, don't get me wrong. But at least the two of them combined could market Doctor Who to where, this is everybody's show.
Moffat put fucking Doctor Who on buses in New York City.
Yeah.
He spent money putting fucking billboards. I'm talking in fucking Times Square. They put big shit Doctor Who on buses and everything. He got interviews with the goddamn New York Times promoting it here, like when no one else did. They filmed here in New York. People went fucking crazy. I was there. So Chibnall didn't fucking do that.
No.
Okay? At all. We even had fucking restaurants. And we had places where they had a fucking TARDIS in the place, which was the toilet. You went in, like the whole thing looks on the outside. You go into the toilet. And then they had a place called the Pandora, a fucking restaurant. Doctor Who shit everywhere. Now you don't even have that shit anymore because people are done.
Doctor Who's got to get somebody with the same heart and spirit as RTD.
It was up here, and now it's not completely down, but he's not. These little things with Joe Martin and all that. Like you need to have consistency to rise. You can't just be like, I'm going to go off air for fucking a year or two. Like, it doesn't work like that. But they never get it anyway. They just don't get it. They don't get it.
They're getting money from China and the HBO Max deal, so they should be able to do stuff like that. But Chibnall just wants to. The only thing he's focusing on.
He's mad. He can't travel.
You're done.
He's upset. He's upset. He can't travel now. He's upset. He can't travel now. He wanted to travel. So now you got to stay home and film. So how's that going to look now? That you're not happy, you can't leave. I don't know. Is he going to fuck it up? I don't know. He's not happy. He can't film out, all over. So we'll see. All right. So
in the first place, I can understand maybe one episode a season, but not like, here we're going to travel to these 3 places within one season. No, I'm sorry. You do that one time. And then, stupid ass. Tell us how you really feel, Scott.
Yeah. So, all right. So we covered just about everything. we're not covering Walking Dead really anymore because we're not even. I don't even watch.
I'm not even watching. Yeah,
It's still around. I guess we got 6 episodes, and who cares at this point? Maggie confronting Negan when fucking done already.
I'll tell you what though, the last episode they showed wasn't that bad. It was.
Oh, you watched it?
Pretty. Yeah, I'm keeping up with it because I want to see this Rick Grimes movie that allegedly is being made.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I want to see Rick Grimes. Yeah, allegedly. That's another thing.
Allegedly, yeah.
More than likely, because they already said he's coming back in the show, which they said it wasn't going to happen. He is. He's going to be in the last season, which will be, I guess, next year, right? And he's going to close it out that way. But then it's not going to completely close out because it's going to be the Carol Dow Adventures or some shit. But I'm not. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Rick Grimes without the group, I'm not crazy about it. I mean, I'm crazy about Rick Grimes, right? But I don't want to. I don't want to see Rick Grimes with it. I don't want to see Rick Grimes with a new group. I want to see Rick Grimes with his group.
Yeah.
I don't want to see newbies. That's like the old wrestler, like coming in to train the new generation or some shit. And I don't want that. I want Rick Grimes with his group. That's like having Spider-Man be in Florida. And, like, where's he going to swing around, Chris?
That would be the tip.
You know, I've thought about that before. I've actually thought about that before. And if he's not in Tampa or Orlando, he's fucked. Or Miami, too.
Right. So, I mean, we've seen in the 70s, did he go to Japan or something, right? It was some weird shit. Right, yeah. And they just did weird shit. But
I'll tell you what, though. Like, the Rick Grimes thing for me, I'm interested to see it mainly because I want to, A, know what happened to him. And B, I watched that show, The Walking Dead, The World Beyond. And while it was not that good, the one thing that show did really well, better than The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, was it built the lore about, because, like, we were all wrong. Like, the world is not gone. Like, the government is still around in a certain fashion, and it's actually really interesting, like the way that they're being portrayed. So Rick being in that environment, I'm actually pretty interested to see about.
So in other words, that didn't go away. It's just hidden.
The government didn't fall. It just evolved into something else.
Okay.
And it's called the CRM, the Civic Republic.
Okay.
And the ones that we follow, the Civic Republic military. And allegedly, like, they've been operating behind the scenes, like, just outside. So, like, think about it like this. Like, think, like, in concentric circles, right? Like, the first circle is The Walking Dead, right? Then, like, outside that, you have, like, the stuff going on in Fear the Walking Dead. And then around both of those, like, just on the outside of both of those, all this shit has been going on with the CRM.
So, in other words, it's like the movie The Village.
Sort of, but like it's not
where you think it's in the ancient times and there's fucking cars in the street right next to it going by and like, what the fuck is this?
Sort of, because the CRM has a whole city.
Wow.
Like, that's okay. And like,
they just didn't bump into any of these fucking things the whole time.
The whole thing about this city that they have is that it may or may not be like all of Philadelphia. And they're like, walkers aren't a problem. Like it does, like a whole horde. Yeah, no, we can handle that. It's fine. Don't worry.
Oh, that's no problem at all.
Yeah, like I'll put it like this, right? Let's say that like Rick's group from like the earlier seasons when they were in the prison was attacked by the governor and the saviors and the whisperers at the same time. Right? The Civic Republic could roll up and be like, kill everybody, and then just take over.
Even the good guys.
Yep.
Just kill everything.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. So they're pretty crazy. So I'm interested to see what that's like, and I want to see what's going on with that. But other than that, The Walking Dead.
Okay.
What about we all were blowing off steam?
Where are we at with Transformers movies?
So the last news we got about that was they're doing some other Transformers movie that may or may not be a sequel to Bumblebee, and somebody is doing a Beast Wars movie.
Okay, what about Turtles? Turtles animated? Turtles not animated?
You know, to be honest, that whole thing's gone cold. I haven't heard anything about
I mean,
that.
I heard that Michael Bay's getting him to do another Turtles because he's doing his influence. Now, is that a sequel to his? Is that his? Because we said that, like he has say. I mean, he's like, I'm Michael Bay. I made you this money. Give me another Turtles. Okay.
Allegedly, like from what I've heard, with Paramount moving to this Paramount Plus deal, they're apparently not big fans of Michael Bay anymore.
Oh.
Because of the last night, they think that he phoned in the last night just to get paid, and they're not happy with that because he basically ruined their Transformers universe.
Well, can't they fix it?
They can try, but the response to Bumblebee was kind of lukewarm, and it's been so long since that came out that people are kind of like over it.
Yeah.
And when is this rebrand of, or is it a soft reboot of G.I. Joe? Snake Eyes, because they want to do Snake Eyes 1, Snake Eyes 2, and
yeah, I don't know.
For the Rock. I think they were waiting for The Rock. I mean, is it going to be a sequel?
Something's going on. Yeah, something's going on with Snake Eyes. I know that they're doing another movie character on Amazon Prime, but like I don't know. I mean,
after Snake Eyes, they said it looks so good they're giving Snake Eyes a sequel, but then I know that they were waiting for. They were gonna reboot G.I. Joe, but then they're like, well, we want The Rock, and The Rock was in G.I. Joe, so we're waiting for The Rock. And I know The Rock is busy till, what is it, like 2025?
Yeah, he's got a shit ton. And he's also doing the XFL, too. So, I mean, I don't know if he's going to be...
Whenever that happens, and he's doing... wasn't he still doing a San Andreas sequel or some shit? And a sequel to Sky...
Savage.
The sequel to that movie he did with the skyscraper, I think he's going to sequel that, and then Rampage is getting a sequel. He was in Rampage, right?
I think Rampage is going to get a sequel. Rampage made a lot of money.
Right, so Rampage is getting a sequel. They said that movie that's coming out with him and oh Jesus Christ, the Jungle Cruise, that might get a sequel. Black Adam, they're still calling it Black Adam.
Black Adam.
Yep. They're still calling it Black Adam. Okay.
Yep.
I thought they were going to change the name or some shit, some stupid shit like Shazam or something.
They might call it Kondak or something like that. Or, that's where his kingdom.
Oh God, that's a stupid ass title.
And you know they'll make fun of that.
Yeah,
they'll make so many parodies of that if it stinks.
So going back to WandaVision quickly, they could do a series after she's done with all these movies, but not necessarily WandaVision, but like Wanda with the Vision, but not like that, but other stuff.
They call it Wanda and Vision or something. You know?
Wanda and Vision or something, right? Yeah.
If she's, we have to see what happens to her in Multiverse of Madness.
She's not dying.
So here's the thing. I've heard a lot of rumors that apparently the villain of that movie may not be Nightmare or Mephisto. It might be Chthon. And allegedly, Chthon is the one who gives Wanda her powers.
Chthon?
Yes. Yeah, the one that book's based on a bit.
Oh, the Darkhold, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And allegedly, like, he might show up and just take his powers back, and then...
But no, wait a minute now. I thought it wasn't necessarily... I thought she's a mutant, though.
They retconned that shit, apparently.
But, like, Pietro had powers, too, though.
Yeah, I'm talking specifically her chaos magic.
Yeah.
But, okay, but she still does probability. Like, she stopped the Stark thing from blowing up.
Yeah. That's what she had before she got the whole chaos.
But that's not chaos magic. That's whatever the fuck.
No, that's just regular magic, apparently.
Regular magic. Okay.
Yeah.
But wait a minute. That's a contradiction because they said you can't just have regular magic. You would have to train to be a witch.
Yeah.
So she can't just have regular magic. Like her mother would have to be a witch, and she would have to train her to be a witch.
Well, not necessarily, because her kid was able to use magic without training too. So,
but that's because of chaos magic, though.
No, his magic is not chaos magic. If you look at the episode, his magic is blue. It's like normal.
It's blue, and she's okay.
She has the red one because the Infinity Stone bolstered her magic into chaos magic.
Right.
But
and it showed it
allegedly, they're possibly going to go through some of the comic things that they have, and they're going to say that Chthon gave her powers, and he can come back and take them.
Yeah, that's not gonna
happen. Just wait for it.
I have a feeling she's reforming the Infinity Stones, though.
And they said there wouldn't be a.
I'm telling you right now, the Mind Stone's going to be coming back, and
I don't think she has to reform them. To be honest with you, I think
the Mind Stone's going to go back with Vision.
I think there's enough stuff in the Darkhold for her to be able to do what she needs to do.
Yeah,
you know,
Galaxy Quest. Okay, so Galaxy Quest. Here's the thing: Alan Rickman died, of course, but they still want to do a Galaxy Quest sequel or I don't think they're going to do a TV series. I think they're going to do a sequel, but it's going to be kind of hard.
A TV series, you're going to make comparisons to the.
It's going to be very hard to do a sequel, and they have to explain. Maybe Alan Rickman had kids, and they're adults now, and they're part of the Galaxy Quest show. It's going to be weird, but they do want to have it because they want to have a franchise, I guess, for Sigourney Weaver and Tim Allen, where they can make money from it. Like, because Toy Story, that's not always going to be there, and they're obviously going different directions with Toy Story, where they're going to have a Buzz Lightyear thing with Chris Evans, which I'm not really crazy about that, but okay, you know. So we'll see. I mean, Galaxy Quest was a movie that was so freaking excellent that it's what you wanted Star Trek to be, I guess.
Yeah.
And they even consider that, like, then did they consider the Into Darkness? They wrote in Galaxy Quest about Star Trek Convention that was the best Star Trek movie. Was a Star Trek. Yeah, I'm up for Galaxy Quest 2. Yeah, sure.
Linda Hamilton in it, so that's
Galaxy Quest 2. Go ahead. I'm all for that. What else? I think we're. There's a lot of stuff in Thor going on. Melissa McCarthy is Hela, but I guess the stage play Hela, and Sam Neill is Odin stage play, and right, Matt Damon's in it, right?
Yeah,
they're doing weird. We're doing weird shit with
old member type of setup.
It's gonna be like that play that they had at the beginning of Ragnarok, where it's like, you know, Loki is pretending to be Odin, and Matt Damon playing Loki, and
right. It's gonna be weird, but they have the Guardians of the Galaxy in it.
Yep,
that's weird. They have Loki in it supposedly. They have
a version of him anyway.
What do you mean? I thought it's actual Loki.
No, because the actual Loki is apparently not coming back.
I thought that. Are you sure that when the Hulk made the snap, he didn't fuck up and he brought everybody back from Asgard too?
Nope. Apparently, the Loki we get from the MCU going forward is going to be the one from Loki.
That's not going to make any goddamn sense. They're not going to know. How are you going to fucking explain that?
Because remember, they're gonna rip holes in the multiverse as wide as Texas in this next phase.
But he's going to be like, "Oh, you're my brother too." Like he's from another universe.
It is Loki. It's just Loki from another universe, another timeline, I should say, because it's in the same universe.
So he's just going to be like, he's going to know what. That's weird.
Unless they do something where they bring him back, but allegedly Kevin Feige's like, no man, Loki from Loki is our Loki.
No, because the thing is that they're bringing back Idris Elba.
Yeah, from another universe.
He's from another universe also.
Yeah, another universe or another timeline. Yeah,
from the Loki timeline.
Yep.
Oh god,
that Loki show is gonna fuck up. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
What, you think we're going to see like Chris Evans fucking pop in there and shit too? Are people going to actually show up?
I'm going to go as far as to say that we're going to see Hydra Cap show up at some point.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, I know that in Doctor Strange. He's going to fuck them up. I know that. That's going to be the surprise. Hydra Cap and an evil Black Widow in fucking Multiverse of Madness. That's crazy. I've been hearing about that for a while.
Yep. It's going to be nuts.
I can't wait for him to come in and then the goddamn fucking fear. They're like, oh shit, Cap evil. Like, he's still fucking skilled. He's still like, he will fuck you up and he's fucking evil. That is going to be a goddamn fucking game changer. You imagine we have a fucking movie with Hydra Cap is, like in the comics, he fucking snapped Black Widow's neck. he fucking killed Rick Jones. He just fucked with people, like, and people were like scared. Like, I'm
just
talking.
Imagine, like they're getting beaten by something, and then the shield comes by, and it's you see the back part of it, and it hits whatever's attacking them, and then they're like Cap, and then the camera pans around the shield, and it's got the Hydra symbol instead of the star, and they're like, "What the hell?" And then he shows up in the green and yellow suit. And they're
I'm
like,
telling you right now, they could do a whole fucking movie about that.
Oh yeah,
he just fucks everybody up. That would really traumatize probably kids and everybody. Like they wouldn't do Marvel Zombies, would they do that? But I got to tell you right now, that would make a goddamn. That could be a Captain America movie. That could be Captain America 4, and then they show Chris Evans Captain America. Like he's going to bring Stones back, and then he sees this shit, and he's like, "Oh, before I see fucking Agent Carter, or whatever, I got to fucking take care of this shit."
I think it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the Marvel Zombies in that What If show. I'm actually really looking forward to that.
Funny if they do the Hydra Cap in maybe a season 2 or 3 of what.
I want to ask you a question: who has the rights to Evil Dead, Ash, all that? Because people are like hoping, like they would say, Ash show up fighting the Marvel Zombies, like he would have the chainsaw and everything, and from behind you'll see Captain America's thing ripped, and oh my god, he's in that universe, but they don't want to show too much. But you can't have that because he's a different movie company, right? Like what movie company is like Disney didn't buy it? Like what movie company is Evil Dead or Army of Darkness? Isn't it Universal?
I don't know. I think it might be, but
I think Universal has the rights to Army of Darkness, but Evil Dead 1 and 2 is something else.
It's funny that you bring that up because there was a story going around because Bruce Campbell posted something on his Twitter, and everybody like alleging that he was working with Sam Raimi again.
He's in a new Spider-Man movie, right?
Yeah. So everybody's like, "Oh, he's playing that guy from the old Spider-Man movies." But some people are like, "Yeah, but what if he's not?"
See, I heard this thing that he's going to show up in Doctor Strange 2 as fucking Ash with the chainsaw.
I heard that too. Yeah.
And the groovy baby, and then you turn and you see from the back of the zombies, you see the fucking Cap fucking thing ripped. You see the fucking Spider-Man thing ripped, and you never see their faces. But you hear them growling and shit, and he gets a chainsaw and I heard that he's going to be fighting the fucking Marvel Zombies, but they're not going to show their faces, but they're going to show from the back.
To be fair, he did fight them in the comics. So
that's right. Because Robert Kirkman wrote the one from Walking Dead, wrote the fucking thing about Marvel Zombies in Marvel.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. So
I think he beat a couple of them too, if I remember correctly.
Right. Yes. Yeah. But the thing is,
Army of Darkness is Universal.
Yes. But here's the thing. Hulk was Universal too. So here's this. Riddle me this. If Disney was smart that they got the Hulk rights back, right? Supposedly, what if they say, "Hey, let's make a deal. We'll give you this money. We want to borrow Ash Williams, Army of Darkness, and put him in the movie." Why couldn't they do that?
You know what they could do too? It wouldn't be as good, but if they wanted to do it anyway, they could always just have Bruce Campbell like fighting a couple of zombies with a chainsaw, and it's like it's not really Ash, but like you could be like that was Ash.
Technically they couldn't just do that because there would be so many lawsuits immediately. Because if somebody I know they did that movie. They did that movie where he was an actor and he had the chainsaw and he was like, it was like where he became not Ash but Ash, whatever. But I don't know if they could really go that far.
Sure, they could. They could do it in a way that it wouldn't infringe on anything, and it would just be Bruce Campbell being like, "Oh, I was just a guy fighting zombies." Wink.
And it says groovy, and then it's like the same shit.
Yeah.
Though. It's like
he could turn and say like, "This isn't groovy" or something, and then like
different, a little bit different, right? Yeah.
Because they did it in Resident Evil. In Resident Evil, there's a part where in this latest game, a character picks up a chainsaw and the villain goes groovy, and he goes, "That's not groovy," and then they fight each other.
Just like Duke Nukem, there was supposed to be Bruce Campbell's shit.
Yeah,
and it's not. It's fucked up. They robbed that shit. They parodied that shit.
Yet, I forget which one it was, but they had like a bat and a sun type of battle, and they had Ash in that one.
Yeah, bring you. You imagine Disney fucking having Ash Williams.
Dude, if they wanted to do this,
fucking incredible.
I know this is going to go back on what I just said, but if they wanted to do this, they would fucking work out a way to get Ash in there. It would be
if
really
you
him,
fucking,
you know.
I mean, I'm telling you right now, if you put fucking Bruce Campbell as fucking Ash in Doctor Strange fucking 2, you are talking an extra fucking hundreds of millions of dollars.
You know what they could do? Just for a few minutes. Just for a few minutes, like somebody happens to be doing like that whole shoot through the like they did in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 or so, where you see him shooting through all those different universes. If one of the things they shot through was him battling, it's like,
my God,
and he just simply looks up for a second, and
that's like me so psyched, Chris, about fucking Disney having fucking the Aliens and Predator franchises, but you need to do it fucking right and not shitty. Like if you got fucking, you did it fucking right.
They need to follow the same route as this latest Alien video game. They do great.
Listen, you do what every fucking movie company is doing. They put out a movie, they call it Halloween. It's like a reboot. You put out Scream, you don't call it Scream 5, right? Mm-hmm. You put out a movie, you don't even call it Alien, you call it Aliens, right? Because that's like my favorite of the thing, right? And you fucking do a sequel to fucking Aliens with you Sigourney Weaver waking up and fucking Colonial Marines, and holy fucking shit. You need to fucking do that 2020 fucking 4 or 5 Aliens with Sigourney Weaver with fucking in it.
You know what the problem is, though, is that I think that's all falling on deaf ears because this Predator movie is apparently what the plot is.
But why are they making shit? Why did Disney allow that, though? Why Disney?
Because they have to be woke.
Why?
You have to make it because that's what Disney does now. They have to.
No.
Be woke.
And they're still being slapped.
WandaVision wasn't woke.
They're still being smacked with Gina.
I don't think you thought WandaVision was woke. I didn't think so.
I toward the end there it became like that. Yeah.
What?
People are really disagreeing with what they did with Gina.
Oh, that Gina Carano thing is fucking them like completely.
Oh God, that's by
Well, no. Now I heard that Pedro Pascal went against her. Now he's a fucking. Are you retarded? Like he's
dude. He did the exact same thing she did, and he didn't.
I
get
know
a word
that.
To him. It's
I know
crazy.
he's a fucking asshole. He's a fucking asshole for doing that. Why would you go against her? You're a fucking dick. I'm telling you right now, Chris. This Mandalorian thing's not gonna fucking happen.
I agree. I think that it's falling apart.
It's done. I'm telling you right now. You're gonna see Book of Boba Fett, right? Then they're gonna fucking. There's gonna be Book of Boba Fett season 2, 3, whatever. Mandalorian's done. As far as I'm concerned, right now, you're not going to see it anymore because there's going to be too many fucking things where maybe he ain't coming back. He's going to be in The Last of Us. He ain't going to fucking make an effort to fucking double film and work fucking triple hours throughout the day to fucking run here. He's not like fucking. He's not like Michael J. Fox going to film fucking Back to the Future and fucking Teen Wolf at the same fucking time with fucking Family Ties or whatever. He's not gonna do that. So he's pissed at them. He ain't gonna fucking go to The Mandalorian. He's got a good paying fucking job. He's with his home at Warner Brothers and all that. He don't give a fuck. Mandalorian's done.
Happen?
Done. Canceled.
You know what's gonna wind up? You know what's gonna wind up happening? They're going to do a 3rd season, and they're going to kill Din Djarin off in, like, the first episode. And then it's going to be about fucking, like, Bo-Katan or something like that.
I'm telling you right now, I think Jon Favreau is not going to do The Mandalorian season 3. I think he's going to fucking purposely cancel it because he's mad at the decision. Because they killed his character.
You know what the problem is, though? They'll fucking get somebody else to continue it without him.
They're not going to do it. It's not going to happen.
They will. They will.
No.
You want to know why? You want to know why? Because they made so much money off those two
that if
But they
Favreau's
fucked it up, though.
they don't care, though. That's the thing.
That's
But I just heard today. Wait a minute. They just said. Did they say today they announced a Luke fucking series, or is that bullshit?
No, it's BS. They're not doing a Luke series.
They're not doing a Luke series.
No.
And don't forget,
Nope.
The Mandalorian had about 90-95%.
There's no way
with him behind the mask.
Dude,
I don't see
You know what they're
Mandalorian
gonna do?
happening.
You know what they're gonna do?
This one, a clone of that one. So
If they can't work out a thing with Pedro Pascal, and let's say something happens with Favreau behind. First of all, Filoni's not going anywhere, so he's staying there no matter what happens.
And not
Second,
doing
Favreau,
Mandalorian season 3. I don't think
well,
so.
wait, hold on. They will do something related to the Mandalorian because Lucasfilm will want it, and they'll do it, and they'll fuck it up.
Maybe to make a movie.
You don't want that.
oh God, no,
If Favreau's not attached to that, you don't want that.
no.
Listen, somehow Jon Favreau's going to be connected with the Star Wars stuff, but he's going to make fucking Book of Boba Fett, knock it out of the park where they're making tons of money. He's going to say, look, you know what? This is what we need to do, season 2, 3, and 4 Boba Fett, and not do the Mandalorian. And they're going to be like, okay.
They'll say okay, and then you know what will happen then? Kathleen Kennedy will go behind their backs and sign a new director to do the Mandalorian.
Not gonna fucking happen. How much fucking bullshit could they go through as a company before they fucking fire her?
Let me explain something to you. They had an investor call with Bob Chapek, the new CEO of Disney. Did you hear this?
No.
Did you hear about this?
No.
He praised her for 30 minutes.
Oh, fuck.
Apparently.
Why?
He was
fired
like,
her?
No, he was like, dude, she's in charge of all the stuff that's going to be on Disney Plus for Star Wars. She's great. We want her on the team. She's staying here. She's going to be doing Obi-Wan. She's going to be doing this, that, and the other
I thought she was going to be gone in a year. Now she's going to be fucking there for 10 years.
Unless she steps down, she's in control for as long as they need.
Holy fucking shit.
This is why when I tell you Favreau could say whatever he wants, she'll go, all right, I'm getting somebody else to do it. And Bob Chapek and Bob Iger will go, here's the checkbook, Kathleen. Get whoever you want to do it. I swear to you.
This is bullshit.
100 things would have to go wrong before they cancel a Mandalorian thing. And even if they do, they'll figure out a way to do something related to it.
Like I said,
swear to God, they will do that.
Pascal in New York minute. Because since he's pretty much behind a mask, the lion's share of the show, they can easily say this is a different Mandalorian.
The minute that Pedro Pascal says, and I think this is very possible, my face is going to be on every episode of The Last of Us and not in The Mandalorian, one of two things will happen. Kathleen Kennedy will say, get the mask off him. He doesn't wear the mask in the next 3 seasons.
He gets shot in the fucking face, and it's over.
Or, this is what I think they would do. They kill him off. They put Bo-Katan in that role, and Kathleen goes, look, another strong female character.
As the Mandalorian?
Yep.
I'll get the fuck out of here.
And I'm telling you right now, you know what they would do? She would kill Din Djarin so she gets the Darksaber, and that would be it.
Motherfucker, man. Really? So Star Wars is fucking done.
And I will go.
They fucking do. They're fucking done.
I'm going to get in trouble for this one, but I will go one step further.
Fuck.
Not only does Bo-Katan kill Din Djarin and get the Darksaber, she takes Grogu from Luke.
Jesus fucking Christ. And they don't have a new timeline?
And that's why
that's
why there's no word of Luke ever training him.
And then if Filoni doesn't step in, all that shit with Thrawn, nah. High Republic villains, baby. High Republic villains coming back.
Fuck High Republic. Fuck High Republic. Fuck that. I heard that they're getting Ray Park back too. What the fuck?
Yeah,
he's probably going to play
like.
I thought they fired him because of.
Apparently, that whole thing was BS. Like, apparently, that's
really?
The whole thing. Yeah, like that wasn't really him or something like that, or it was weird.
So
I don't know a lot about that.
Ray Park is back as fucking Mace. Oh my god,
as Darth Maul.
How is it? How the fuck?
Probably.
Like, I'm so fucking. Here's the thing, right? Growing up, I knew fucking Star Wars inside and out, like just about certain, like most of the stuff, right? I don't even know what the fuck is happening now. Like, I know fucking he died, Darth Maul died in fucking Phantom Menace, and then he's back in fucking Clone War, and I'm like, wait,
he never died though. He didn't die.
He got killed by Ben Kenobi and fucking Tatooine. But now, like, what the fuck is happening? Like, what the fuck is happening? I don't even know what the fuck is happening. So wait a minute, didn't he die again a second time on Tatooine? Ben Kenobi at that. Didn't that happen in the animated thing? Isn't he dead?
Sorry, I had to step away for a second.
Isn't Darth Maul dead? Like when
he died in Rebels.
One shot.
The end of his timeline is in Rebels when he goes to Tatooine and he figures out that Luke is there, and then Obi-Wan kills him.
Right. So then, how is he fucking showing up everywhere? Like, what's going on with this?
It's going to be in the past.
Oh,
because there's a whole portion of his timeline between the end of Clone Wars and when we see him in Rebels that is not accounted for.
Jesus Christ.
We know that he took over, I think it was Black Sun, and that's when we see him in Solo.
Right.
But we don't know anything else from there.
Well, let me ask you another question too, like Ahsoka, right?
Yep.
Like, isn't there a scene they said was cut, like she changed the timeline, or no? Did she go into the future too?
No.
Or the past, or she did something.
She was in the world between worlds with Ezra. He pulled her out of the.
I know that, but does that mean that the future is altered?
No.
So everything with Rey, that happens.
Yes.
I thought they were erasing that whole thing.
No. So what happened was there was a leak that came out from a source who had gotten things right in the past that said that apparently they were considering saying that 7, 8, and 9 took place in their own timeline.
Right, wiped it out.
What allegedly actually happened was that may or may not have been brought up in a meeting at Lucasfilm, and it was immediately shot down. Allegedly.
Immediately. Kathleen Kennedy said, no way.
And the proof here, whether people want to accept it or not, is that there is that episode of The Mandalorian Season 2 where we see the cloning facility on their planet. That was the opening for Snoke in this continuity.
Okay.
Episodes 7, 8, and 9 are canon, and they will remain canon until, I don't know, they'll all probably always be canon.
So it's not going to be altered. And because Luke is not supposed to train anybody else.
What do you mean?
Luke trains his nephew, Ben Solo, but he doesn't train Grogu or anybody.
Luke trained a whole generation of Jedi.
Before his nephew?
Yeah.
I thought it was when he trained his nephew he fucked up. So where are all those Jedi then?
They're dead.
All of them. Kylo Ren killed them all?
I don't know about all of them. See, this is what happened, right?
I don't know what the fuck's happening. Like, it's just like
this is what happened, right? Because there's no continuity. Like, whoever's writing this stuff did not focus on the canon, and this is why I always harp on it because it's so important, right? So originally what they said was Kylo Ren, or Ben, turns to the dark side on Snoke's behest, goes to the temple after he knocks Luke out, kills all the students. Some of them, he didn't kill all of them. He killed most of them. Some of them went with him and allegedly became the Knights of Ren. That was the first. The second
what about
the second story was like, no. Ben just kills everybody. The Knights of Ren were a thing before that, and he joins them and becomes their leader.
Okay.
The story now that they're telling is that at some point Luke trained Grogu and a whole bunch of other people.
What?
Ben turns to the dark side, doesn't kill anybody, and then these Jedi chase him. He kills them, and then
So where the fuck are these Jedi?
They're all around the galaxy, apparently.
What the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
Dude, do you realize?
Come on, dude. Like, what the fuck? So wait a minute. You mean to tell me?
Wait, let me blow your mind. Let me blow your mind. Let me blow your mind with this one fact. Do you realize that if Grogu is still alive, that he's still considered like a young adult by the time the Rise of Skywalker?
Christ. Listen to me, okay? Back up. Luke Skywalker's fucking sister's Leia, right? So you mean to tell me he trains all these motherfuckers as Jedi, and they don't give a rat's ass about Leia and the rebellion or any of that shit, and they're just like, fuck them, Fuck Luke's sister. We're just gonna go do our fucking shit. We're supposed to police the fucking galaxy. We're supposed to be the peacekeepers. We're supposed to be the Jedi fighting all evil everywhere. But fuck the main fucking battle, the First Order and the Rebellion. We're fucking going Florida, space.
Hold on, wait, hold on, slow down.
Jesus,
there wasn't enough Jedi in his academy to be able to make a huge difference with what was going on. Okay,
where the fuck are they going?
I think that they went to safe zones that Luke set up in case something like this.
His sister's in trouble. They're trying to kill her and shit.
Hold on, wait. Let me just explain, right? There was probably only a handful of them left after Ben allegedly either killed them all or they, whatever happened to them.
That's all you need.
Let me tell you something that would really, really piss you off. And this,
God damn it.
This is something that I've had problems coming to terms with, but I've come to it because I realize that Star Wars is never going to be the way that I want it anymore. So I just go with it. Let me explain this to you, okay? Let me phrase this to you in a question.
All right.
In the time period of 7, 8, and 9,
right?
Who do you think who had the potential to become the most powerful Jedi of all?
Leia.
Yep. So, here's what they've said. If Leia was trained to be a Jedi.
She was?
No, she started to and then she stopped.
Well, how could hold up that wait. If she stopped, how could she be trained right?
Exactly.
Shit.
You know what they've said?
Oh my God. Why?
They've said that if Leia continued her training, she would have become more powerful than Luke.
Oh my God.
Because she was a twin.
You know what that means?
Fuck every rule there is. Power of two or fucking.
You know what that means? No, seriously though, you know what that means? That means that she would have been more powerful than Yoda and Sidious and everybody else.
And she would have been woke at the same time.
Listen to me. I have a fucking massive problem with Star Wars making sense. Okay? Two there are, a master and a apprentice. And then you have to have fucking one asshole from the light side and one asshole from the dark side, and you can't have any fucking body else because there's it's not balanced. It's not balanced. I'm gonna fall off the bike. Guess what? There's a million motherfuckers out there, and there's fuck balance. So why are you bothering us about now balance is restored when there is no fucking balance? There's 1,000 fucking Jedi out there.
That's the problem, though.
It's a motherfucking. You got fucking Darth Maul with fucking 87 million fucking followers.
Listen to me. What you're explaining is the problem.
Exactly.
Narrative. It's the
narrative. You can't have an apprentice, but I'm going to train this robot motherfucker with fucking lightsabers. Jesus.
Because all
loopholes.
All Force Grievous didn't affect the balance. He wasn't a Force sensitive.
You know what? I don't want to fucking. There's always a loophole. You know what, Chris? I don't want to fucking hear it anymore.
Well, I'm going to tell you anyway.
Mace Windu catching some sun with one eye. I mean, stop.
All Force users are supposed to be under one banner, but they're not, and that's the problem.
You know what? That shit's bullshit, right? Where they're all fucking Jedi, and they're like, oh shit, we're going to disrupt the balance. We're just not going to call ourselves Jedi. We're just going to be fucking people with the fucking Force with lightsabers, and we're not going to be labeled. This shit's crazy, bro.
Not everybody who's a Force user is a Jedi.
Fuck this, bro. Fuck this shit. I like shit making sense, bro. And you know what? Every time they try to fucking explain it, and every time they try to throw shit into continuity, they fuck that shit up so bad, and you're like, how could this fucking be? How could this fucking be? How could it be?
Everything with the balance makes absolute sense, though.
No, it doesn't.
It does. Absolutely.
It totally doesn't make sense because you know what? You're telling me we got balance now? We don't got balance now because we just got Rey. We don't got no bad guy. There's no balance. That shit they should throw out the window.
You're right. You can't throw it out the window. The Force is based on Eastern religion. This is the crux of Eastern religion.
There's no balance, dude. There's a million motherfucking people in space.
That's why Episode 9 sucks, because they said that, oh, look, it's all okay. The light side wins. They don't
That's
understand
not balanced.
the dark side is going to produce another dark side user to counterbalance Rey.
Dude, you have 50 million dark side users out there, probably.
Unless she makes an order that is focused on the balance like the original.
Oh my
Jedi.
God. Dude, let me tell you something. She has a library of motherfucking books, right? And none of these motherfuckers followed it, even Yoda. They fucking went their thing. They trained. That's not the original fucking way they're supposed to be a Jedi. And they're all assholes. They're like, fuck it. Let's just read the clip notes.
Exactly.
And nobody's following shit. You got fucking Leia. She's not even a fucking, I don't know what the fuck she is. She's training people. Then if you wonder why Rey could become super fucking evil, maybe that's why. Okay?
Exactly.
But like she's flying like Superman. Now you could heal people. So then maybe people could heal people in the past. Like, it's so fucking ridiculous now. J.J. Abrams, fuck you, bro. Fuck you doing that shit. Fuck you, man.
He didn't do that.
No.
He didn't do that.
The healing shit?
The world between... Force heal has always been a Star Wars ability.
So you're saying that Luke Skywalker was a fucking brain-damaged vegetable after his encounter with the fucking Sand People, and fucking Ben fucking touched his head and fucking cured his brain trauma.
I don't think that's what happened, but potentially that they could have done that if Obi-Wan knew that ability, which we don't know he did.
Jesus. I hate it. I hate that I fucking could watch Star Wars since I'm fucking 4, right? And I have no idea. Like, anybody could just come in and be a guy. I have no idea what the fuck's happening. Even if I read every fucking book there is, I still don't understand what the fuck is happening. I'm lost. Completely fucking lost. Fucking Darth Maul's around being a fucking gangster. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Bib Fortuna is a fat pig, and then he gets fucking ousted by Boba Fett. Boba Fett's still alive. Okay, we knew that probably from the Sarlacc pit, but you know what? There's so much shit going on. So much shit. No idea what the fuck's happening.
It's a whole galaxy. I mean, there's going to be a lot.
So, dude, it has to make sense to me, and I can't even follow it anymore. Like, I lost track with the fucking X-Men in the comics. I can't understand it.
It's just the original stories were more black and white, but when Lucas made 1, 2, and 3, that's when things started opening up. And it started to take on a life of its own. And it's evolved into this. It's not so much black and white anymore. There's a more complex story going on.
The biggest problem is the biggest bullshit thing in history. Because you're telling me the Emperor is in this fucking place with 1,000 fucking Sith or whatever the fuck they are. And nobody's fucking jumping to attack Rey. They're all just roaring and whatever, and they're all supposed to be fucking Sith or whatever the fuck they are, but yet, like, I think it's just bullshit. That, like, maybe they're just mistaken. Maybe Yoda's mistaken.
He didn't want them to. He didn't want them to attack her.
I think it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. Like, I think they're not doing their teachings. Why would that have to be? Like, maybe they're just wrong.
The rule of 2? Yeah. I can tell you right now why the rule of 2 is a thing.
I don't think it's a thing anymore.
It is. Well, the Sith are gone, so they're nothing.
There's no rule to, because the thing is that
it's canon. Whether you like it or not, it is spoken in episode 1.
But they keep doing shit where somebody shows up and it's like, oh, look at this motherfucker. He was around when they're around, but how is that then not 3, 4, 5?
Sith, but they're not Sith. That's
because they don't call themselves fucking Sith, but they're doing everything a Sith does.
No, because going by the doctrine, they are not Sith. There can only be 2.
Right. So you're telling me that Darth Maul and Count Dooku are around at the same fucking time, and they're both Sith with the Emperor, and there can only be 2?
Okay, so here's the thing. Darth Maul and Count Dooku were never Sith at the same time.
How do we not know that?
Because this is the chain of events. Palpatine trained Darth Maul. Darth Maul is defeated by Obi-Wan on Naboo. Palpatine no longer accepts Maul as an apprentice because he thinks he's dead. He turns Dooku to the dark side. Dooku becomes Darth Tyrannus.
But Darth Maul's still alive.
Darth Maul no longer holds the title of Darth and just becomes Maul.
You know how stupid that is? She's like, you're not a Sith anymore, bye.
Because the master of the Sith, Palpatine, said Darth Maul is no longer a Sith Lord.
You could always have a fucking loophole. And you could have an army of fucking Sith that are not called Sith. And when it's convenient, when an apprentice dies, you're a Sith again.
They can do that, but they cannot.
That is ridiculous, though. Do you realize that, though?
No, it's not, because if you understand what led to there only being two, that's why there's only two. There was a whole Sith empire, and the nature of the dark side is to get more and more power for yourself.
Correct.
So
but there used to be a whole bunch of those motherfuckers.
There used to be millions of Sith, but they all killed each other in an attempt to get more power. So Darth Revan said there can only be a limited number of us, and then Darth Bane later on found his holocron, found those teachings, and said there will only be me. But then
he died.
Then he met his apprentice, and he said, I need to have her to carry on the legacy of the Sith, and she became Darth Zana. And it goes on and on and on until we get to Palpatine, who is the ultimate goal of the Sith. Palpatine was the one who executed the Sith Order into what they wanted it to be. He purged the galaxy of most of the Jedi. He took over the Republic, and it became the Empire. He won. That was the goal. That's why whenever a Force user perceives Palpatine in the Force, they say all they can see is a black hole of the dark side, because he is the
He's always existing. He's always existing.
He's not always existing, but he's just so immersed in the dark side that he like bends the Force around him like a black hole, and it's just he's the one.
I just think, there's two, like the fact that you're telling me this bombshell that Luke did train a whole bunch of mothers, and they're just not conveniently around to help Leia and the rebellion.
They said it in Episode 7. Han Solo says he was training a new generation of Jedi.
And nobody wants to help.
It's not that they were either dead or they were somewhere else in the galaxy.
That the universe is a big place. And they have no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
Together. Too convenient. It just doesn't, to me, it doesn't make sense that you would train Jedi without the thought of, hey, we need to remain home where we started or around there and help the rebellion. That's so weird to me.
Don't forget, they had to find that little map to find Luke, so
I mean, that's weird.
Well, here's the thing, right? And I know this because this is in part of the expanded lore that they have. When Ben turned to the dark side and he did what he did with Luke, there were some Jedi that came back that Luke had trained, and they saw the temple burning. They thought Luke was dead because they couldn't sense it. They're like, Luke, like Master Skywalker's gone, like he's dead. So they went and pursued Ben, and then whatever happened with them happened. So the other Jedi who may have not been there the night that Ben killed, everybody, or allegedly killed everybody. He didn't really kill anybody, but when he burned the temple down and did what he did with Luke, they came back, or they were like, wait, what the hell's going on? And then they don't know where to go. You got to remember, too, Leia's group, the Resistance, they were seen as almost like terrorists by the New Republic. Because the New Republic was like, there's no threat out there. The First Order is not a threat. So the Jedi probably would have gone to the New Republic rather than gone to Leia.
Yeah, we discussed that already.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Leia trains Rey, right?
Yes.
How do we know Leia didn't train anybody else?
We don't.
How do we know that we know Billy Lord, her real daughter in real life, was on there? How do we know that something's not with her character, that she trained her with something?
She's not Force sensitive.
How do we know that?
They've said that before.
They said flat out she's not Force sensitive.
Yes.
But Laura Dern's Force sensitive.
Possibly. I don't think they ever said that for real.
I
If
thought
she
they
was
did.
force sensitive, then why did you say?
Didn't Ryan Johnson say she was force sensitive?
If she is, then that's okay.
Did he say it?
But,
Didn't Ryan Johnson say she was force sensitive?
yeah, but like, what would be the problem if she was?
So then she was trained by Leia.
No, you can be force sensitive and not be trained by anybody.
I don't know, man. It's just, you know what? My perception of the Jedi is they're supposed to be there to help and stop evil, not be just around the galaxy. I mean, like, the main threat is home. You help Leia. You don't just like go around like, I'm here, I'm there, I'm there. Like, the main thing, the main bad guys are the First Order. That's like the Empire. Or whatever, and you just are not anywhere near what you trained to battle. Like, I mean, this is like the bad writing. It doesn't make any sense. Like, what is worse than the First Order? Nothing out there.
Well, it doesn't have to be that it was worse than the First Order. The First Order was not seen as a threat until they.
So the new Jedi are cowards and they ran away.
No. You have to listen to what I said. The First Order were not seen as a threat until they activated the Starkiller base. Leia tried to tell them, listen, this is going to be a problem. And the New Republic was like, no, you're wrong. And that's why she went to go make the resistance.
Well, she already did make the resistance last time. It was called the Rebels. Rebel Alliance. The Rebel Alliance existed, I mean, but...
Yeah, but she tried to convince the New Republic that...
Well, where was the Rebel Alliance then, if you want to change titles? I mean, they don't exist anymore.
A Rebel Alliance, they didn't need that anymore once they defeated the Empire at Endor. It became the
How
New
would you
Republic.
not need that, knowing that all this shit's going on? You don't just...
Because they became the New Republic.
It's crazy. And then the Empire is back in 9.
And then
it's
she
like,
got ousted. Yeah, she got ousted when what's-his-face revealed her to be Vader's daughter. They were like, oh, you're not in charge of us anymore.
Right. The moment they found that out, they're like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Right. That's in the books, right?
Yep. And blood.
Like, oh, screw you. We're done with you, princess.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, all I know is that I'm pretty sure when I'm old and gray and going to the movies with my grandkids, I'm pretty sure there's going to be episodic Star Wars around.
Yeah, it's a safe bet.
And hopefully I understand it.
We'll be on like episode 20 by that time.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know. As long as I look this good. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Hey, if you keep drinking all that water, you will.
I know, right? Water always wins. I know.
Water is the best.
It is.
Hydration's important, as the great Jontron would say.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hello, Mephisto.
Hey, Mephisto, where the fuck were you in WandaVision? I'm a little pissed off at you.
Listen, stay away from Peter Parker, right? I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere near Peter Parker. I don't want to see Kingpin's people sniping at me. Listen, you stay away.
Hey, Mephisto. Hey, man. You want to...
You got to get your shit. Mephisto, you got to get into everything, don't you? You got to make deals with Miles Morales and Doctor Strange, and you making deals with Doc Ock, you son of a bitch.
Hey, Mephisto. Hey, look, hey, man. There's this thing called the Snyder Cut coming out. If you want to, like, work your way into that and, like, fuck up Superman or something, like, I would totally be down for that.
Jesus. Isn't Superman fucked up already?
Now,
hey, Michael B. Jordan as Superman. Wow.
This guy off. Deal with Doctor Who.
Hey, you want Superman reboot to make $10 million and that's it in the box office? Michael B. Jordan.
Hey, Mephisto, if I make a deal with you, like what kind of like insurance rate can I get for that? Like,
yeah.
Can I mark that as like a tax deductible or something? Like I made a deal with Mephisto. Can I wait? Can I be Ghost Rider, but instead of like the flames coming out of my head, they come out of my ass?
Right.
Like,
well, he peed flames. Remember that?
Yeah.
That's the one. I gotta tell you, that was one of the most lowest points for a Marvel character.
Agreed.
When Ghost Rider had to take a piss and he pissed flame. That was the lowest ember, the lowest of the low for a Marvel character, that you show the hero urinating hellfire.
I don't even want to. I don't even want to know.
I gotta say, even though I laughed, after I left, I said, "Oh boy, this is so
We
bad
didn't even know Lindsay
for the
Lohan
future
was that
the
bad
Marvel
back
character."
then. Maybe that's the whole deal.
When did that movie come out? When did that? What was it called?
My
Like Spirit of
God,
Vengeance?
Spirits of yeah, Spirit. Right. Oh my God.
Gotta see this.
Oh my God. They tried to do kick-ass comic panels.
Okay, so this
Some
was
shit.
2000. This was 2011.
Yeah.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
We were in the throes of the
10 years
beginning
ago.
of the MCU.
10 years ago. Fun.
God, I thought that was a '90s movie. Tell you the truth, the way that thing like.
Dude, do you realize that a year later we would get the Avengers? They were still making these movies as bad as they were, with
Shit
good ones
sucked.
being made. Holy shit.
Shit sucked. Yeah. Not going anywhere near Ghost Rider now. After Blade, maybe be Keanu Reeves, right? Maybe.
Blade rated PG-13.
That's fucked. That's like doing the Alien. That's like,
I'm sorry.
You know what that
Blade
reminds me of?
That used to be R.
You know what that reminds me of? When they decided to make fucking like Aliens and Predator rated G. It was like fucking Aliens versus Predator. And let's speed up the incubation process, because the movie's only a certain amount of time and we want to like really speed that up. Okay, let's do it in a pyramid. Yeah. And then they made a rated R Aliens vs. Predator, which you got to see blood. I was like, oh, this is better, but still shit.
Oh, AVPR?
But if they would have did that fucking Ripley thing in that movie, that would have fucked the whole franchise up.
What Ripley thing?
In the Predator movie.
Oh, at the end? Oh, yeah, I don't know what the hell.
You would have been like, well, this is Universe 2. Instantly.
Yeah, it would have had to be. Either that or they can time travel. Which would have been like, what the fuck?
It's so funny. I never thought that horror movies would embrace string theory or multiverse, but the fact that even the horror movies are like, oh, this is another universe. Don't worry about it. Halloween. Another universe.
Yeah.
You notice
that's
they
like,
only
wow.
do that when they suck balls.
Like, we got two Chucky universes existing at the same time.
Think about that. This movie sucked so bad we had to go to an entirely different form of reality to get away from it.
Right. They're like, yeah, listen, watch Halloween, but you see him fall on the ground, then cut, and he's arrested. Don't worry about he got up and he went to the hospital and he burnt. Didn't happen. Don't worry about it. And she's not the sister. Don't worry about it. She's not the sister. She's just, like, we're not going to explain it right, but whatever. She's just a babysitter. Hey, he's not immortal. His $5 million, John Carpenter. He's immortal. Absolutely. 4 more movies.
Oh, you said immortal? Oh, I thought you said immoral. I'm sorry.
Yeah, immoral.
Michael Myers could die and everything. And hey, man, I think we should really do some more movies. No, some money, right? Absolutely, he's immortal. Rob Zombie was right. Yes. He made the movie only because he was angry that Rob Zombie said it was immortal. Remember that? You remember that fucking ego shit? It wasn't for us. It wasn't for us that, oh God, a new audience, a new generation of Halloween. No, it was because of fucking egos that John Carpenter fought Rob Zombie, and he had to prove that Michael Myers could die. And then they did a test screening, and people fucking hated it. And they had to change it, right, Chris? Mm-hmm. And then they said, oh, multi-picture deal, here's some millions of dollars. And he said, absolutely tootly, he's immortal. Ha! Such shit.
Bastards.
I mean, yeah, but stop. Just, if you want to make a movie for us. But don't bullshit us like you did it all. No, you had no intention of giving a shit about the fan base. You gave a shit about because you got so pissed at your character. And then the nerve that you're alive for like decades that you never found the fucking time to watch any of the fucking Halloween sequels that you didn't do. You just never watched them. I find that really, that's got to be an ego like you wouldn't believe, that he just wouldn't watch like all the spare time in the universe, you can't fucking watch Halloween 4, Halloween 5. That's ridiculous. Ego through the roof. Even if I don't want to watch a movie, I would watch it anyway. And this Friday the 13th thing, I don't know what the fuck's happening with that. Should have been over already.
For real,
Now
right?
the judge died. That did the ruling. That did the ruling. So now, and they're fucking like 80. They're like fucking 8. They're like senior citizens.
That was probably planned. Somebody probably went out, knocked off the judge, so that way the.
No, but the people fighting the law, they're like in their 80s.
Yeah, they are.
If they win, you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. So like, this is fucking pointless.
What's going on?
This is pointless. Pointless. And all this time, they showed advertisements last year, right, for Chucky?
Yeah.
They didn't do shit. They didn't do shit. Where is it? I shared it on my wall, but I'm like, what the fuck? Why we have not seen it for like a year? They canceled The Purge because they felt that The Purge, they couldn't have Chucky and The Purge at the same time. And I heard The Purge was good, and they just canceled it purposely because they wanted to only have Chucky. And they never had Chucky.
I heard they just I heard they just set that show's cast too. The Chucky series they're supposed to be doing.
Right now, they said it today.
Yeah.
They and this is, I guess, from like not. I guess it's connected to the last movie, but not fully because I think they want to. Now they want to go in and we got to see him when he's a kid. Why?
Oh no!
Why? They're gonna be like, oh, let's do like a Freddy Krueger thing where he's snapping a hamster's neck or some shit, like when he's a kid in school or some shit. So now you're gonna show why he's an evil bastard the whole fucking time, and then maybe play with dolls too and stupid. That's just not gonna make any fucking sense because the only reason he went in the dolls because that's where they shot him to death in the fucking toy store. So they shouldn't have anything to do with fucking dolls or anything in when he's a fucking kid because it's ridiculous. It wouldn't make any sense. But they're going to ruin it. They're going to fuck it up now.
What is he going to do? Is he going to run into like young Tiffany too?
Probably. maybe Chucky and Tiffany exist in WandaVision. We don't know about.
Yikes!
Imagine that shit. Hey Disney, well, if you're really desperate for money, you can start throwing the horror icons in your fucking shit. Because I mean, basically, you have this is fucking ridiculous. Also, you have the fucking aliens and the xenomorphs and the fucking predators in the fucking Marvel universe now.
Yeah.
So like you got them on the cover. So you're gonna. I'm telling you right now, summer crossover. You're gonna start seeing fucking Spider-Man web fucking the xenomorph's face. Like guaranteed, the X-Men or somebody instead of fighting the Brood. That's what the Broods were. They're not.
You know what they'll probably do. All right, this is probably what they'll do. We'll have that, but somehow the xenomorph will infect either Spidey, MJ.
They'll fucking have the Avengers fight Avengers.
They'll bite the dust some way, shape, and form and bring them back sometime later. Oh, that's not really them.
Listen, Disney's losing so much money. So much money.
Yeah.
That when their back is against the wall, they're going to do some weird ass shit. Like Ash Williams fighting Marvel zombies. You got to make the money somehow. They'll merge that shit. They'll merge that shit. You'll see fucking Avengers fighting xenomorphs. They're like, holy shit. Captain America's throwing the shield. Fucking acid goes on fucking another Avenger's face. Gets fucking scarred. They're like, oops. Crazy shit.
Hey, Mephisto. I'll make a deal with you to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah. They got another fucking Infinity thing coming out soon in the comics.
What is this going to be like? The Infinity toilet or something?
I think the Black Cat is going to get the Infinity Gauntlet.
Black Cat.
Oh no!
Because you got to boost her before her movies come out.
Felicia.
The girl that's
make everything woke.
The girl that's the girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, timeline changed, girlfriend, ex-girlfriend of Spider-Man. That if Mary Jane's not there, that's the girlfriend. And still to this day, that when she got her memories back, she was pissed at Doctor. She was pissed at whoever made the deal with Mephisto because she said she became a villain again because her memory was erased of who her boyfriend was as Spider-Man, Peter Parker. So now she gets involved with Doctor Strange. She's like all the stuff with Kindred and everything, which Kindred's Harry Osborn and he's a demon from hell. And yeah, Kindred. I don't know if I told you this, Chris, but Harry Osborn Kindred killed Peter Parker Spider-Man more times than anything in one comic. And kept bringing him back to life and healing him. Just to show that he doesn't want to kill him, but he could if he wanted to. Yeah. Broke his back, snapped his neck, turned him into goo, killed him. Every time. He's like, but I'm your friend and I want to teach you a lesson. And the whole thing he was trying... Yeah.
I liked when comics made their heroes look good rather than being like, yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, so he fucked up Peter Parker in the head, and now I guess he needs a new costume because, you know, well, what happens when you get fucked up? You go buy clothes, right? So I guess he's going to have a new costume because, hey, he's upset.
You know what they should do?
Okay.
You know what they should do? They should just give the Infinity Gauntlet to, like, Doctor Doom and just have him just destroy everything. And just make sure it never comes back. I think that's what they should do.
Well, they did one worse. You know what they did? The Phoenix is Thor's mom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
You could always give the gauntlet to Jar Jar.
That's nice.
Yeah, let's do that, too. Yeah.
So, like, you know, all the times that, like, if Thor fought, like, the Phoenix in the past, if it did happen, that's his mom, and she can't tell him, hey, gave birth to you, by the way.
I think we need to get on the hotline to the Living Tribunal and have him just wipe out existence.
Yeah.
Yes. It's amazing how Mr. Mephisto is more powerful now in the Marvel Universe than any of these motherfuckers, even like Living Tribunal.
Good.
Doctor Strange making a deal with Mephisto. That's bad when that happens. And that happened, Chris.
Oh, I know.
That happened.
Isn't that around the time that Galactus made Dormammu his herald?
Some shit happened, and the whole fucking he used the Avengers to die and to just try to figure something out, whatever. It's just okay. And it goes back to what I said all along. Remember, I said, why is Mephisto this powerful? He's got an Infinity Stone. Thank you. Thanks. Do that shit. No way you could change the whole timeline if you don't have a fucking Infinity Stone. Yep. That Heroes Reborn shit is a fucking waste. Next, they're going to bring back Acts of Vengeance. That's the next thing.
Oh boy.
That's where the supervillains fought heroes that they never fought them before, and they fuck them up because they don't know how to deal with them. So they traded partners, and Doctor Doom would fight somebody that they never fought Doctor Doom. He fucked them up.
Doctor Doom should fight Squirrel Girl and get immediately defeated.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
I think, you know what? I think they should cancel all of Marvel Phase 4 and just focus on the Squirrel Girl movie.
They need to have a villain that come in there, right? And all these fucking young heroes, stupid asses, think they could handle it, like fucking, and then they go like this and fucking blah. Because you know how many times here's the thing, every time there's a Spider-Man event in Spider-Man's comic, it's always like Miles Morales would come help and Spider-Gwen. And they all fucking are on the floor with blood and everything because they can't handle the Green Goblin because only Peter Parker can because he's Spider-Man. So only when that happens, they all show how much they fucking suck compared to as much as you build up Miles Morales to fucking ages, When he encounters the Green Goblin, he's fucked. When he encounters the Red Goblin, he's fucked. When they encounter Kindred, which is Harry Osborn, they're fucked. So why even just have the villain come in? They're cocky, they're fucking young, they're 15, and they get fucking roasted into ashes. Just like
they
fucking
have to build them up.
Just like they did in Civil War. I guess the New Warriors, they got fucking blasted, whatever. Just show they suck. The whole motto about you could be a hero. You could be a hero. No, you can't. Not everybody could be. Not everybody could be a brain surgeon. Not everybody could be a mechanic. No, that mentality is.
They space in that other one, boy.
That mentality is a very dangerous mentality. That people are gonna fail. Like if you're just not cut out to be something, and you're gonna try until you keep failing to whatever. So you think, oh, the comic books, yeah, you're 15, yeah, you could be a hero. No, not everybody could. Riri Williams, who the fuck is that? Like, come on. So against all this shit. So against all this shit. They never created really anything original because they're afraid of creating anything original they'll want up in the movies. So you never see a hero like, wow,
they're also afraid of having to pay royalties to the creator, too.
They don't pay royalties. They don't give a fuck about the creator. So the whole thing is that Marvel just owns it, but that's not why nobody creates anything. You will never see brand new Avengers you've never seen before. Totally different powers you've never seen before. It's always some shit that's connected to some shit. Green Hulk, Gray Hulk, Red Hulk. This Iron Man is female Iron Man. Like there's always some shit. Like 5,000. Like even that comic that time, they're called Thors. Remember I said that how that's the end just of Marvel Comics. How you had a comic called Thors, and there's 5,000 hammers. What do you fucking do? How could that many Thors not be able to conquer the fucking
reward mentality? That's all it is.
Like you had a book called Hulks. I mean, it was always they were original, and there was nothing like it, and that's why they were popular. But when you start throwing in way too many, it just like okay, you had one symbiote, then you had 2, then you had 15, then you needed a goddamn notebook to write that. Now everybody and their mother's got a symbiote if you want one. Then they changed the thing that Captain Universe was a symbiote, but a different type of symbiote, not related to those symbiotes, but the power of Captain Universe that Peter Parker got that time was sort of like a symbiote host thing, which is ridiculous. It's supposed to be just powers or consciousness or whatever. They made it. They fucking twisted everything. It's nuts. It's like you got fucking mech armors and you got stupid shit. It's just it's the end. Like you gotta stop copying shit. How many Captain? You had like how do you have a universe? And yet at one point in time we had all these Spider-Men in different states. We had Miles Morales calling himself Spider-Man in Brooklyn. We had Doc Ock with Superior Spider-Man in San Francisco. And we had fucking Spider-Man in Manhattan. All at the same time. And nobody got confused. Same thing with Captain America. At one point in time we had what? Bucky was Captain America. Falcon was Captain America. Captain America was Captain America. Red Hulk. Green Hulk. Maestro. I mean, come on, man. This is so ridiculous. War Machine, Iron Man, Riri Williams. Like, really? Do we need to have, like, that many?
But we gotta have people. We gotta have heroes where people can relate to them.
This because it's impossible.
Gotta have their Iron Man. This segment of society needs. I mean, I'm sorry. This social crowd needs their Hulk. This social crowd needs their Thor, their Captain America.
Yeah, because it's impossible to relate to somebody who's just trying to do the right thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because oh god, I don't relate to that white guy being a hero. So now we got to create a race. I mean,
well, this was the issue I had when they cast the Doctor to be a female. I saw all these people, these arguments. Oh, now my daughter has somebody to look up to. It's like, wait a minute. The guy who was trying to do the right thing and make sure everybody was happy, she couldn't relate to him because he's a man. What are you?
They did that line in The Flash. You never forgot it. Oh, now there's a female. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Remember that? Get the fuck out of here.
I remember being 5 and watching Aliens, and I was like, "Fucking Ripley, man! What a badass! I want to be like her when I get old."
My dad taking me to see Terminator, and I'm like, "Fuck, John Connor, baby, lead the fucking resistance." It's like, you know, and all these other movies we've had, Linda Hamilton, of course, and then Sigourney Weaver, and fucking even in Fast and the Furious, you had what's his name?
Vin Diesel.
No, the female leads I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I wish somebody would have told me that when I was younger and I liked Jon Stewart as the Green Lantern, that somebody should have come to me and been like, "You can't like him. You have to like Hal Jordan." Like, why? Well, you have to look up to Hal Jordan. But why? Because you just have to. That Green Lantern's for the other people. Like, well, what the fuck? Like,
or I got criticized by David Blythe because he hated the episode of WandaVision and I loved it. He's like, "No, you're catering to the MCU fans." No, you're looking for subscribers and likes. Like, what?
Joe,
why are we even talking about this?
You hated Spider-Man: Homecoming, and that's your favorite superhero.
Exactly.
So that's
David Blythe.
The MCU.
Exactly, David Blythe. What the fuck are you talking about? Catering to my ass.
If you were going to cater to the MCU, you would have been like, "Spider-Man: Homecoming's great, Chris. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about."
It sucked dick. Yes. I even said that to him. I said, even in the costume in the comics, fucking sucked ass. I said it. Ant-Man and fucking the Wasp. Wasn't that fucking great? How is that catering to the MCU? Because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And this is what bothers me is that, God, it's so easy to contact me, right, Chris? Like, just talk to me. Why do you got to create if you're going to create a fucking
you wanted everybody to see it and put that notion.
Why do you got to create a stage? And you got to stand on the stage and you got to shout on my YouTube channel, Matrixlord212 is catering to the MCU fans and he's lying to you when he's doing this for likes.
He wanted everybody to see and put that notion in somebody's head.
Exactly. He planted something that wasn't true, that somebody might be new that wouldn't know that, and he caused damage to my channel. And in essence, I'm sorry, but you're being a fucking idiot because you could have just talked to me on fucking Messenger like we always have this problem. Instead, it's got to be knocking me. This is why you've been blocked from every fucking person there is, like Freedom and all these other people, because you fucking went crazy. But now with me, this is why I can't have people on my Messenger. That, you know, certain people, it's just subscribers or whatever, people out of fucking control because they don't fucking talk to you and then they fucking try to ruin you on your fucking comment section. Like, who the fuck does that? Honestly. Cancel culture my ass. Like, I haven't, and Chris, I don't even need to explain, but Chris knows and you know, I've never been fake and done shit for any fucking group. I say my opinion, and I do stuff on my channel. Obviously, like I said, Chris, me doing fucking the water lessons is not making me views or money. I think it's hilarious, and I do it as a joke, but then it made me healthy, so that's good. But I'm not doing that for the views. I'm not doing fucking comic book reviews for the views because it gets like 5 views. So I'm not interested in that. And you know what? If I don't like something or I like it, I just have fun doing it. I mean, if the channel grows, it grows. Yes, eventually I want to get lighting and I want to get this, but there's no concentration. I'm not making a fucking thumbnail for this live stream. I'm once in a while, maybe I'll make a thumbnail for stupid shit, but I'm not doing every. Imagine if I had to do a thumbnail for all 10,000 videos that we've done.
That's a pain in the ass.
There's over 10,000 videos.
That's why with my TBD walkabouts or TBD ons, I got two base thumbnails that I use. That's all. I use 2, and I just add.
I have so many videos on YouTube that YouTube is fucked up and confused and can't even locate all the videos, and I can't even see all my pages because it's overloaded with videos of me. Probably almost 11,000 soon. Okay? I broke it. I fucking broke YouTube. Okay? You can't even find some of my old videos. I couldn't even find that Godzilla video that I've been trying to find. whatever from ancient fucking times.
Oh yeah.
I can't. It's there.
5 years of movies.
It's there, but it's like it's just somewhere. You know. But there you go. I mean, that's the thing. It's, you know, God knows what YouTube will be if I have 20,000 videos. But whatever. Still with my 1,734 subscribers. And obviously, you know what? It's been the same for a long time. It's been 1740, 1750, 1730. If I was so concerned with the fucking subscribers, you would fucking know it. So, please. Please, David Blythe, don't fucking embarrass yourself with that shit. And you know what? I'm saying it. I'm calling you out because you did the same thing to me. You started it. Don't fucking tell people stupid shit like that. Like I cater to anybody when you know I don't. I know you want to be popular and you want to make a name for yourself at my expense, but that's not being a friend. So we've had problems with that lately, right, Scott? I mean, come on.
Oh yeah.
Is it ever going to change, Chris? I guess not.
One day.
One day.
I have hope.
Yeah. All right. On that note, it's been long, guys, so I'm out of here. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Scott. All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.